What's going on, everybody? We're back. In here in the building once again. Shout out to you guys for being in here, being involved, and being active on this channel. We're back. It's Monday, Money Day, aka Melanin Monday. Shout out to you guys, Live Gang, Replay Gang, and the Lurk Squad as well. And of course, EG and the Coach Gang. We are here. We got some news to talk about. There was the Friday Titan Talk from July 25th. The last show before the OB15 patch goes live tomorrow. And we also have new 10th anniversary round 2. Characters being revealed. Yes, sir. I'm excited. Excited for both games. So many great things happening. All right. Before we can continue, let me go ahead and check. There are no audio issues on my end. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Sweet. So far, so good. No issues.
Nope.
We may continue. Onwards and upwards, as the saying goes. Okay. Let me see. Hello, hello, hello. Upwards. I see. Cool. I can hear myself on both platforms. Things are looking well. And we may continue. All right. I want to start off. We're going to go in chronological order. We're going to start off with the Titan Forge show. So shout out to Isaiah, Pon, and Kilgoon. Welcome, brothers. We're in studio with you guys right there, as you can see. We're right at, well, you can't see me. We're right here in this little pocket of space. Oh man, make sure to go support both the Titan Forge Games channel and the Bleach Brave Souls channel as well. Shout out to them. How was y'all's weekend? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. I had a great one. I did achieve my goal of reaching platinum before the soft reset. I have many great games. Maybe we can go over some of them, and I can show you guys how different offline games versus online games are, or off stream, I should say. Off stream versus on stream games are. Things are quite different, I will say, night and day. With that, let's go ahead and get started with the July 25th Titan Talk for Open Beta 15. The balance overview with Pon and the gang.
Hello, and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Titan Talk.
It's Monday
I'm
now, though.
Kilgoon with me as usual, and Pon is back because we are continuing our series on Open Beta 15, which shaped up to be a rather large update with everything that we've talked about. So we talked about the healing pass and items on Monday. We talked about Hu Yi, some of the content and some of the quality of life stuff on Wednesday. But we've still got a lot more balance to go through, all the god changes, even more item changes that aren't necessarily linked to that healing pass.
Oh my gosh.
As well as going over some changes.
More stuff incoming.
We've, kind of addressed after monitoring PTS and flash tests and stuff
Ooh,
like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Just lots of things this week.
Yeah,
Lots of ish.
for sure. Sweet.
What are you guys drinking? I got me some strawberry liquid IV here. Let me know in the comment section down below or in the chat. Lurk Squad, rise up. Lurk Squad, rise up. Say hello.
Well, is there anything that you all have to kind of cover at the top of the show before I hop into the handy dandy desktop and
the handy dandy desktop?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
The, so for healing, right? Like, so this is now going to be where we talk about the actual healing adjustments we did to gods.
Okay.
If you played on the PTS, you would have seen them. You would have been playing with them. They were all there on PTS. We just hadn't had a chance to talk about it yet. So I think it's good to kind of
that was not me.
The goals. So generally, if you have access to very easy healing, so like this is you just cast the ability, you instantly get the healing. There's nothing really conditional about it. That's going to be more heavily hit. If you can hit a whole bunch of your teammates with it, that's going to be more heavily hit. If it's more like self-focused with conditional, so this is like Achilles' heal, right? You're going to not be hit as much because that's generally not why you're buying anti-heal as much anyway. And it's that's just how we're choosing to balance these.
Yeah, you buy it for the team fights aspects. That way, the enemy healing doesn't get out of control and just sustain all the damage that you dish out as a team. That's why you get anti-heal.
Heals out. So you'll see that reflected in the list of gods where we go over some characters are closer to like a 30% nerf, some characters are closer to a 60% nerf. 60% I think was like the absolute top end. Even most of the heavy ones are like
understandable
actually.
And keep in mind, most of the time you were being anti-heal for at least 50% if people were building items the way they should be, right? And
okay, yeah, I can see Afro being hit, Baron, Pele, a little bit of Achilles here and there, Cupid, all your healer gods.
And it capped 75.
Got
so
hit the hardest.
Against organized teams, you were capped. You were 75% anti-heal most of the time.
And that all just fits with the goal of making the healing experience more consistent, both for the people who are healing as well as the people who are playing against the healing. So the only other bit is
someone pass by.
The changes are also kind of weighted towards later in the game. So we try to keep healing at the early stages of the game pretty similar. They are adjusted downwards,
interesting.
But like not nearly as much as like by the time you get to actually rank 5 of the ability or you're level 20 with your scaling. So you'll also see that because the laning phase healing was largely pretty stable. Some characters did have access to like anti-heal in the laning phase, so we did nerf it a little bit there, but it's a lot less. And then the characters who got more heavily hit, they did get other kind of shift buffs to help them out as well. So Cupid was the example I talked about where he got healing reduction, but now when you pick up his hearts, they give the person picking them up and him attack speed. Aphrodite gets a higher protection share and more lower cooldown on her ultimate. These are just like there to like just be like compensation buffs in that direction, just to increase their utility because they're bringing utility to the team if they're not bringing as much healing in the raw format of combat.
Yeah.
Well, I will go ahead and bring up the handy dandy desktop.
Yo, having a lower cooldown, how much did her ult get reduced by? They'll show it and say it. If you can keep doubling down on some more cooldown, you can just be saving everybody's lives as an Afro. That's super, super useful. Especially when the team...
Let's get right into it, shall
The team thinks you're about to get someone, and then nope. Get saved by the Afro ult.
So just as a reminder, there are a few gods that are getting some anti-heal added to their kit. We've got them listed up here at the
least one in every role.
Ares, Fenrir, Izanami, and Chalk's aspect.
Oh no!
1 second. You know what I think happened? I
we live, brother.
For so long.
Yes, sir.
My
welcome.
Screensaver popped up. So,
good morning.
Get into the notes. All right, we're back, chat. Sorry about that.
Hey.
So, Agni, Ares, Fenrir, Izanami, and Chalk's aspect all gave.
We live.
And then let's get right into the list of gods. There are a lot. We're not going to go in depth on every single god change because most of them are of the nature that Pon was talking about, just reduced healing or lifesteal.
I think to keep things simple, I'll go. This was on the 30% side. This is closer to the 50% side, and I'll just make any specific call. So like Achilles. On the lower end of the side, this is a conditional heal, so this is close to the 30% side.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Amaterasu up next.
This one is a little bit more free, especially if you got healing because you just cast it and got the heal. So this one got more heavily hit.
Yeah.
And then we've got
understandable.
Anubis, kind of our hallmark lifestealer.
Yeah, so lifesteal, this one is more like we've kind of kept most things to be 50% unless it's really, really conditional. So this is just the 50% reduction that matches the item effects.
Yeah.
Now, okay. This 2 decreased healing, not so much. That's still doable. It's more so in the later stages, like they were saying. Yeah. The early ones are pretty good. It's now marked as a healing ability. Oh, okay. The shield. Damn. It was kind of like a shield heal. Then Amma got her intelligence healing scaling reduced by 3%. Whew. That's the 50% right there, yeah. He was saying. And in the later stages, you don't even get the 40. Ooh, damn, all right. Might feel it. We might feel it. It's now marked as a healing ability. Okay. And then Anubis.
Moving right along. We'll probably spend a little bit more time on Afro just because, as Pon mentioned, she is getting 50%. A couple of compensation kind of buffs to her utility.
Yeah, so her heal is both relatively free, especially for herself. She does have to link to a target to heal them as well, so there's a little bit of friction there, but she's known for her healing. We've largely reduced it by about like half around there, and we just expect that in combat, you're going to be able to actually bring that healing to your teammate more consistently. You're going to bring it to yourself more consistently. Out of combat healing is going to be reduced. So overall, this should be probably a nerf to her ability to like just sustain herself freely outside of lane. Her ability to save her teammate should go up, especially with things like having Undying Love more frequently, as well as having Kiss sharing more protections more quickly, as well as also just having access to healing utility items that allow her to heal more frequently as well, or bring different utility for healing.
Yeah, I mean you can double love bursts now.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Heartwood Charm.
Heartwood
triple
Charm?
if you get mirrored in as well.
Yeah,
you know?
you can triple if you want to. Yeah.
All right. Up next,
okay, here's the cooldown. It was 100 seconds flat. Now it scales down from 100 down to 90 seconds. Ooh, that's gonna be short at rank 5, max rank. You at 20. Dang, you can probably get it with all the cooldowns. Oh, damn. I'd say it knocked down at least 20 seconds. Roughly. I'm spitballing here, speculating. So here's the increased protection share from 8 to 11. Damn, okay, that's pretty good. Kind of like that's from her 1 though. So the more protections you get, the more protections you can share. Okay, Lovebirds 3. Decreased heal. Ooh. From 10 to 30 is now 8 to 16. Dang. That's tough. That's tough. Although he was saying that in the team fights, things should turn out the same or better. It's just on your solo sustain. That's what got hit the hardest out of combat, which doesn't make sense. I see why they did it. Decreased self-healing scaling from 7.5 to 3.5% of your intelligence. Decreased ally heal scaling from 5% to 2% intelligence. It's now marked as a healing ability. Okay, the 3. Damn, he said you can cast this like 3 times? Damn, that's crazy. So you get reduced healing, more spam ability though. I love spamming, man. I love cooldown. Let me spam as much as I want.
Artemis aspect. This was a funny one to where we were thinking about, is this really a healing ability or is it not? But
yeah, so I guess so is now marked as a healing ability, as you'll see on basically all of these. We went back and forth about what should count and what shouldn't, and I think we just largely went on, if you heal from this ability, it's a healing ability. Being more restrictive might just feel arbitrary. So even though like you're not super known for this, it's going to be a healing ability. Same with Sickening Strike was like another case of like you're more there for the damage, but the heal does matter. So we want to make sure it was tagged as a healing ability.
Which means
when
that makes sense.
Items like cooldown reduction on healing abilities, or immediately reset your cooldown abilities. That works.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
What I was saying earlier.
Somewhat free healing, so we just wanted to reduce it close to probably the 40% mark.
All right, Bacchus up next. Chug and Belch to the Gods.
A relatively free heal, but it also didn't have any scaling, so we didn't go super crazy on it. So just a reduction here.
And then Bacchus is our first example of the gods who have anti-heal in their kit is getting reduced to 25%.
Yep.
Ooh. And there it is.
Yep, Baron Zombie. A little bit more here with Baron.
Yeah, so he's closer to the 50% mark on his heal. It requires a hit, but it's not that hard to hit the ability, especially in a team fight. It immediately heals like your whole team around you and where you hit. So
you get turbo booster.
We didn't fully take away from the missing health scaling 50%, so that's still there as strong. You still have your quarter rate scaling. And then as our compensation for that, we made the speed buff more intense.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Next up, Bologna.
Look at that. So the heals did get hit. However, look at that movement speed. It used to be 25%. Now it scales up from 25 to 35. Damn. Yo, add in a stampede in there. Woo. You'll be going a million miles an hour. Not really, but you get what I mean. Oh my gosh, excuse me. You guys sneezed there. Whew. 304 is mad.
Scourge, just decrease the healing.
Yep, just decrease the heal scan. We think the base there largely makes sense. It's not a crazy amount of healing. You have to get in range and actually melee your target and stay in your Scourge stance. But the scaling component could make that go really, really high. So that's the part that we're taking down.
All right.
10% to 6%.
Next.
Physical protection.
So Cabrakan, this is the enhanced refraction shield. This one is on the basically lowest end. It's you have to get to the enhanced one and you have to hit someone. So this isn't a crazy amount of healing, so just not as much.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't even use that as a heal at all.
Nope.
It's mostly for the stun. You can lock them down with the consistent stunning from Cabrakan. Just with his 1 and 2. And then throwing his ult, you go nowhere, buddy. Decrease heal from 1 to 0.75, about to 25%. Okay, that's a healing ability. Okay, interesting, huh? I don't really notice that, man.
Cerberus up next.
Serby.
So the healing reduction on his passive, that's now 25%, so he's there.
Yep.
I meant to check this before the show because I remember I had a wording question that it's gonna bite me. So people will be less anti-healed, which means that the amount that you get back from your passive is different. And I want to say that the amount you get back from your passive isn't actually conditional on that. It's just a amount that heal would do. So I don't know if this actually. I wanted to go test a few scenarios and more definitively say if this was a buff or a nerf. So I need to go look at that after this. I saw some time before we fully branched, but I wanted to look at that specific interaction because it came up on the PTS as well, and I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. But there's that part of it. But also Soul Expulsion, you have to leap onto a god, so you have to then follow up and kill those minions. Just less.
Cool. Yeah. All right, Kernanos is up next with his spring stance.
His one.
Yep. So you have to hit your base attack. You have to sit in spring stance. So I didn't want to hit this by full half, especially at the early ranks where you have only a rank in this ability. We didn't want to make it too low on the lifesteal. But the actual heal scaling, the scaling late game side of things, you really build towards that stat. Then the healing becomes really significant, and we wanted to hit that more aggressively.
Almost 50% decrease.
Shock up next.
Yep. So overflow takes a little bit of effort, so close to half, especially because it's intelligent scaling based rather than just a flat amount. Same with Rain Dance. The scaling portion of it got halved, while the base amount of it didn't get halved. So if you're going the strength chalk build, you won't notice as much of a difference here. If you're going that more heal focused build, you will notice more of a change.
All right, Cupid up next. Another one with a little bit more heavy nerfs.
Oh, there we go. There's a lot.
Other compensation buffs in place.
There's a lot to Cupid.
Yep. So again, halved. These are relatively free to pick up. They're pretty strong. They're not quite as free because you do have to position and actually get them, so they're not quite as nerfed.
Yeah.
He gets the attack speed buffer. So if he picks it up, he'll get 10% attack speed. If an ally picks it up, they'll get 10% attack speed, and he'll get 10% attack speed.
Double up
so it's never a downside for your teammates to pick up the hearts.
And those don't stack.
Okay, now you can pick it up if you want more attack speed. Not necessarily for the heals. Like if you're at full health, it's still worth it to pick it up instead of just leaving it there. And then Cupid also gets some mana as well. That's part of the interaction of the ability.
So he doesn't get 30 if all three are picked up.
Oh, no, it's 30.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yo, it stacks! It's a stacking attack speed buff. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yo, that's gonna go ham. That's gonna go ham in team fights if one person picks up all three, Cupid, or if someone else that has higher attack speed or is better at landing basic attacks. Ooh, 30% extra. That's gonna go ham, man. Yo, that's no joke. You gotta take this with some seriousness, some level of caution, I would say.
Sure. That's a good thing to call out.
It's pretty good. This might be too good. We might end up making it so it's only one, but this one just felt like an interesting thing, and there's not really any other rules with the other things that he shares, so I just wanted to keep that consistent.
Yeah.
Fields of Love,
Interesting.
similarly, decreased scaling. Because we gave him such a strong one, I was a little bit more heavy-handed on this one, because even though it's an ult level cooldown, it could also heal for just a lot, and the fact that we're giving more of a compensation buff there. And then the aspect, that's further healing that he can get. It wasn't hit as much as well, just because you have to actually be near the target that you heart bomb, which is a little bit more conditional for your team.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's right.
Not as heavily hit.
Cool. All right, next up, Danzaburo, Alluring Spirits.
The Danza, his tool.
It's just free healing. Didn't want to
for free. You just pop it and you heal.
Yep. Didn't want to hit the base. This one is if you're on the intelligence side. We just don't want you to heal as much there.
Yep. All right. Fenrir up
Makes
next.
His
Lifesteal nerf, but he also is getting the added anti-heal too.
Yeah, and it's not quite the 50% lifesteal nerf, just because his ability to leverage it like Anubis does was a little bit less, and we also just think that this could use a buff in general.
Cool. All right, Guan Yu.
Some love
next.
for the dog.
I want to spend some time on Guan just because there are some changes based off of some of the PTS feedback that we got. So, Conviction, you can see here this increased self cooldown reduction from 2 to 3 seconds has been crossed out. That was initially the plan. We've decided to not do that, but instead increase the ally cooldown reduction.
Yeah, it made the cooldown healing build too effective on PTS. We have a few other nerfs in that vein as well. We think it's actually probably better to just make the ally side of it, because one, it's harder for like allies to abuse that cooldown reduction the same way, and two, it's also just team utility that he can bring in addition to what he was bringing before.
That's pretty cool.
But because Conviction has a low cooldown, it's so frequent, it's pretty easy to hear teammates. This one's getting pretty much the full anti-heal adjustment that we've talked about. And then Aspect of General just essentially received the mirror of that change as well.
Cool. All right, Hades up next.
So this one, again, pretty easy to trigger. You do have to mark targets.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit where we went back and forth about if we wanted to go this far, but the fact that he gets protections and intelligence scaling on it, and we've made it easier for him to like actually apply to people, we felt like we'd go on the heavier side of things. It's also one of the reasons right now, like his kind of bruisery side is really strong right now, which we've seen it as potentially needing a nerf as well. So it's kind of a balance adjustment in that regard. So that's why his is a bit harsher.
Easy to heal. That's if you land your basics. Right? If you're not mechanically challenged and you apply the blight and then use your 3, then it's easy to heal up, right? But if you're always missing, you're mechanically challenged like some people. Like what are you talking about? Easy? Hey, it ain't easy, man.
Achilles up next, mitigate wounds, kind of in the same vein.
Yep, so the base heal stays relatively strong. It didn't get fully adjusted. And the heal from recent damage taken again also didn't get just as much. This one was contentious in our discussions on PTS. This might end up being nerfed more, but we feel like it is conditional on you actually having to take damage. You're not going to be healing back as much.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one pans out. It's really focused on like the tankier side builds too. If you're squishy Hercules, like your jungle Herc and you're just going high damage, you're probably going to fall over anyway. But if you're playing the tank side of things, that side we felt has needed a buff in general, and we've tried to do a few adjustments in that path as well, or down that path as well. So we'll see if this needs to be nerfed more, but that's where it's sitting for now.
Hua Mulan up next, just decreasing the healing.
Just decreasing the healing. It's conditional, so it didn't get the major adjustment. So again, not
you
like
gotta
the
land
other characters where like they do just big AoE healing. This one's more focused around self.
Yeah.
And in these types of changes, right, the general idea is, your out of combat healing when you're just kind of fighting certain things goes down, but your in combat healing should be generally on average higher. So this should feel better, like when you're in the middle of a team fight, you've dove the enemy team. Same with Achilles, you should feel like you're actually healing more in those circumstances.
Okay.
All right, Kali up next, and there is a
my
lot
God.
here, plus some additional changes based off
of
feedback,
every single right? time now we make a balance change to Kali, I end up realizing her notes just have to be long. There's just so much to it now. So she's probably the first example that we've come across of a character that is super high risk, high reward plays with their health. Vantage is the other one that comes to mind. So her adjustments are a lot more interesting in that regard.
Unique.
So we're
they have to
decreasing the passive heal. We're decreasing the mark heal assist even more. We still want kills to be pretty rewarded if you actually kill your execute target. If that's too low, the reward just doesn't feel satisfying. But getting that incidental assist when that happens, that one can be nerfed by half. The missing health heal from her 1 is also being reduced to 6% missing health. Still should be a pretty potent heal, but it's 40%. Closer to the half side of things. Rupture, pretty big decrease across the board. The base got closer to like the 40% mark on the nerf. The heal per stack being that 30% side, and the scaling
the 3 healed
the side of things.
I never noticed the 3 heal. I would only use this as a stun. That's it. And then applying the debuff to the enemy. I never once considered this as a healing ability. It's a healing ability though. Oh my gosh. This is just for her regular. Yeah. Here's the 3 for her aspect of the devil version. Damn, what the okay, damn. Some stuff I missed. Not really paying attention to it. Because I use it for other things. Okay, damn, this part just woo went right over my head. I never saw this as a healing.
You have to build up these stacks, so that's why we didn't go as heavy, but it is on the heavier side of things that we could do. And then aspect of Unbound Destruction, we decrease the heal bonus. That's just a flat amount. That one, because you have to actually land a whole bunch of auto attacks on a target, we felt we could keep a little bit strong. But the one thing that came up was the lifesteal in her ultimate makes it so that she can really easily spike her health up really, really quickly. And even 15% was probably too high. If we weren't doing this healing pass, we probably would have nerfed this already. So like that, we would have probably taken it from like 15 to 25 to like 15 to 20. So now this is kind of more mirroring like a balance change we would have made.
Yeah, 10% now at all ranks.
Up next, Mordred.
And I do see quite a lot of people talking about like, is this a nerf or a buff? We saw healers doing pretty well on the PTS. It's really hard to evaluate these changes because there's
we're gonna need a lot more data.
Decrease down the board, but again, the whole context of healing items that work off healing abilities, like Kali now has access to Vital Amplifier, which is just a very good item. Bellona has access to Vital Amplifier, which is really good. Hercules has access to his to Regrowth Striders, which is a really good combo.
New shoes.
A lot of the healers now have access to like double heal when they really need to spike someone up, and they know that's not going to be anti-healed nearly as effectively now. Like it's going to be really hard to value these changes, and that's why we're going to be really fast to respond to these. But I see people be like, "Oh yeah, this character's dead. This character's dead." It's like we did want to go probably on the side of if we were wavering, if we were doing too light or too little, we want to be a little bit too heavy because that meta is probably more fun for everyone than healing being too oppressive.
You can always revert some changes.
You want to find a good balance point for these abilities. So on to Mordred.
Yes.
The scaling components for both of these, the base mount we didn't want to adjust for him, but the scaling components when he actually builds either a whole bunch of intelligence or a whole bunch of protections, that's the part we want to hit more directly.
All right. Neath is up next.
Neath. This one was actually the one that gave us the half damage on Heartwood because otherwise you could just double Unravel, get a whole bunch of weaves, and that was just really good damage. It's not too difficult to hit, so we did a more aggressive hit, especially on the scaling side. The base amount remained unchanged for the more strength-oriented Neath.
All right. Nemesis up next. Retribution.
We decreased the heal of the damage blocked because it is just conditional amendment of damage that you're taking. So we didn't want to hit this too much. This is probably the only one that's not the 30% adjustment low end. But the scaling, when you actually build a whole bunch of intelligence, that's the part that got hit more directly.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to call out with Nemesis, just because I've seen questions about it, the ultimate is missing because it is not classified as a heal. Correct.
The ultimate is we did this in like a previous pass about it being like a health share thing. And so we want to keep going down that direction with it because we think that made it more interesting. We'll see if that ends up biting us and we have to go back on that. But that's why it's not here.
Yeah, specifically aspect Nemesis.
Yes.
One thing that we just thought it was important to denote, Odin still gonna 100% anti-heal if people are in his cage.
We think that's a core identity to that ability, fully blocking healing. And then if we bring over Osiris and Serket, those characters that have 100% anti-heal will also bring that over with
them. I think we'd also mentioned like Opwash, part of his core identity is anti-heal.
Serket, Osiris, those gods.
The king of anti-heal.
We'll make sure that, if anti-heal was like one of their identifying features, that still gets respected.
Yep. All right, Pele is up next.
Good call there.
She has healing changes and
up the yin
yang pass adjustments.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So the first off, the healing changes. The passive lifesteal, we want to keep that strong because that's like the hype moment when you get low health.
That's part of her
so we
kit
did
too.
Full half treatment there, but the
identity.
Overall aspect of obsidian healing, that one's getting pretty much halved across the board. Especially with the scaling of health from items. It's not difficult to build up the fuel and spend the fuel because you can just do that out of combat. So that's why I got more hits. But even
understandable.
Outside of that, Pele is like I actually think our winningest god across basically every game mode. She's also pretty high banned.
I tried to tell people
high banned,
and they were like, "Oh no, this aspect's so bad."
Dude, the aspect is real good.
Aspect's
no,
good.
man.
Even non-aspect's doing well too. So we felt like she needed additional changes. So She's losing about 100 max health at level 20, so we're decreasing her per health level. We're decreasing the scaling and the base damage of Pyroclast, and we're also lowering the movement speed as she gets an eruption. The number there doesn't really mean much because the way our movement speed calc works, and it's a curve that like I couldn't really describe. So just know that she's not going to move as much when she casts eruption.
Chat is noting that we did not mention Merlin's heal dash.
He is on my list still. I don't have numbers yet. I have, after this show, I have 3 hours till we branch, and I have like 3 things I still need to look at.
Yeah, I was going to call it out once we got through everything, but there is stuff on your list that will trickle in that we'll probably cover on our Monday show. When like
Hui, I'm going to buff the aspect. I know what direction I want to go with it.
Let's go.
We think it was still too niche on PTS, so we want to give it a little bit more. That's the kind of stuff that I still have to look at before.
Yeah.
All right, we will.
Homie Ho Yi already getting some love.
Raw, relatively easy heal to cast. You throw it on an area, you heal people pretty quickly. This didn't get the full 50% adjustment because you do have to stand in an area, but you got pretty heavily hit. And the ultimate, we actually kept the heal pretty strong on this one because it is an ultimate level cooldown. It's what you build the aspect for.
Yeah.
And
we
felt like we didn't need to then do the compensation buff that we kind of did on the Cupid side. So Cupid's ult got more heavily hit than this ultimate did, but we also didn't do any like kind of compensation level change. So we think like this, if you're going to burn an ultimate level cooldown of a line skill shot and hit someone, I feel like it should probably be respected in that kind of sense.
All right, next up is
Makes
Rama.
sense.
Let's take a break.
I follow the logic there.
It's completely unrelated.
Not related to healing at all, but Rama getting some changes in the update.
Okay.
Yeah, essentially these are his
love
numbers, and when it got brought up that he just kind of felt underwhelming, I went and looked. I was like, oh yeah, the numbers are just wrong. He's supposed to have a base attack speed of 1. He was also supposed to have attack speed per level of 1.7, so this means that he was just missing out on attack speed that he should have had. And it might be minor, but especially the base attack speed number, when you buy 20% attack speed, it doesn't like take your current attack speed and do 20 on top of that. It takes your base amount and gives you 20% of that. So if you actually have like a 0.8 attack speed auto attack speed's just not as good for you. So this coming up means like I think the difference was like I went like a pretty standard build, and with the stim on, I went from like 2.84 attack speed to like 3.1.
Okay.
So it can be pretty impactful. So we might need to do more for Rom because we were looking at him because he was underperforming, but these base stats adjustments like these generally help a lot.
Yeah. All right. So big.
I did feel his basics were a little slower than normal, at least from previous Rama. Like, god damn, like it takes forever for him to just shoot out an arrow. And you almost have to. No, not almost. You have to use the 2 all the freaking time to get some attack speed on this guy. Glad they corrected this blunder of theirs. Intended numbers, but due to an issue, he was not getting them. More a fix. Okay, sweet. This should help him perform way better. Then I can just miss more attack speeds. More basic attacks with the higher attack speed. Sobek!
Same note. This is a conditional. You have to hit targets. It's a base amount, so we didn't do a too heavy adjustment to it. He's also getting the healing reduction.
From 40 to 25.
Right along. Soul up next.
Yes, Radiance, we decreased the heal scaling. We didn't do a full 50% on it, but this is the part that can make it heal pretty significantly. We just felt like we should probably adjust that.
We'll talk about Soul a little bit later.
Yes.
I've got a whole section about bug fixes and other stuff post PTS towards the bottom.
So people who are saying the tank, there's like a specific tank Soul build that was doing really well. We'll get there.
Yes, we'll get to it.
We're aware, Chad.
This document is 21 pages, so we'll get to it, I promise. Thanatos.
Danny, there he is.
Similar to Kali. Just Thanatos isn't doing as well as Kali right now, so just slightly different numbers here. But we want to make sure the kill felt rewarding. We didn't adjust the minion kill because that is his pacing for like jungle clear and sustainability in the jungle. We decreased the heal he got from his death scythe. Someone just fell.
Either somebody fell or somebody's walking on the roof or something.
I don't know.
I heard that
we
too.
did also decrease the health cost since we were making the payoff for hitting it a little bit less. So if you whiff this, it shouldn't feel as bad. And then aspect of reaping the soul reap.
That's me right there.
Scaling on that.
I whiff that ability all the time.
The end of God. Thor aspect of Thunderstruck up next.
We'll never get along,
so
me and
this
Danny.
Is his aspect side of things. We didn't do quite a 50% adjustment here. You have to actually get in combat and hit a whole bunch of people, but it's close to halved.
All right. Ooh. Another life stealer, you know?
Yes, I do actually think I did change this.
Oh, okay.
So we're changing so much. I do think this one is now 5, or it's 4 to 14.
Okay.
I think we ended up cutting it in half, basically. Cool. Instead of doing not quite half lifesteal adjustment. Especially with some of his interaction with some of the lifesteal items, this amount of base lifesteal was actually pretty good. So that's why we adjusted it further.
Cool. And then last up on our list for God changes, Yamoja.
Yes, so Yamoji heal for as long, so that's kind of the adjustment we made, because if we were to half what it did, the numbers just end up feeling really small. So we just lowered the duration. So if you are currently maintaining it, it's actually going to be pretty similar. But a lot of the healing and shielding capability comes from Mending Waters. That one is now going to be decreased by that heal is going to be decreased pretty much by the full half at the later ranks. And that's also because it does a lot of other things other than the healing.
Cool. All right, well, that is it for gods. Guys, you want to take a quick break? That was a lot. Need a sip of water? Pon, where's your drink? You know?
I didn't get a drink. I end up like every time I bring a drink, I end up just not remembering it's there anyway.
All right, well, let's talk about items. Pon, these are not necessarily going to be healing focused in this section. Yes. Another thing that you alluded to earlier this week, there are going to be some tank adjustments here in this update as well, right?
Yeah, so
buffs?
This was another thing that came up.
Or nerfs.
Feedback was that like certain tank items just don't feel that great. Tanks sometimes don't feel that great. We see that actually like when you do build tank side, you're doing pretty well and pretty successful. When we look at the tank gods and look at some of the tank items, like they actually do really well. But there is a slew of those tank items that were just underperforming. Yeah. So if you had a current build of like, if you build like the current best tank items, you do pretty well. But we just want to expand what's available in that pool to you. So we looked at what the least performing tank items were and tried to bring them up.
Cool. All right. Well,
that way you're not limited to only building a certain type of items in a certain order. Open up the pool. That way you can theory craft however you want. Oh yeah, I like that. I don't like being stuck just building.
I think there are a few before we start talking
about same thing over and over again, man.
And then just very quick, the goal is really that we're not necessarily making tanks a whole bunch stronger. We're just making it so that you have more variety in the tank options that you build.
Yes.
Cool. All right, let's talk about
that's what I see.
So it has a recipe change, which ended up being because of the healing pass, but then we didn't need it, but it still made sense to make this change. It just makes more sense building from Battle Axe and Manchu Bow, because it's when you basic attack, you do a thing. It just makes sense. It also makes it a bit easier to build into. We also increased the strength on it just because this item was just underperforming across the board, and we think that we could use this level of change.
Cool.
I built this morning.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Shield Splitter up next. Decrease in cost and increase in strength.
Yeah, another kind of, it's a more bruiser item, but yeah, this one's underperforming. We think a small cost decrease, small strength increase is just going to help it. It's really also
2,400 now.
It's not as popular because you build it for specifically shield counters.
Right. Yeah.
But when it was being built, it wasn't quite doing what it needed to do.
Erosion, another kind of anti-shield item, just increasing both prots.
Yep, it was just underperforming.
Okay,
feels like it could just use more prots.
All right, Leviathan's Hide. Some changes here. Let's talk about it.
So we want to put more of the onus on actually getting Leviathan's Hide stacks on the user of Leviathan Hide, because right now you're kind of at the whim of your opponent just needing to.
What is this item? Never seen it, never used it.
Nope.
Damn, is it like a tier 2 or a tier 1? Is it a branch item or the final form item? Oh my gosh, I went over my head too. Had no clue about this item at all, man.
Completely wail on you to actually get stacks, and now it's actually more like you're managing a cooldown. You need to be the onus on you to hit it, and if you're able to do this, you can actually stack it up a lot more effectively. I wager that if you're really trying to optimize this, getting one stack every 12 seconds, because you're also getting cooldown reduction when you're hit, seems reasonable. And at that pace, you can get quite a lot of health from this item. And we just think it's also better that when you buy an item, it should be kind of you responsible for getting the effect.
Yeah. All right. Up next on the list.
So before the old passive was you gain 1 max health with enemy gods who hit you with basic attacks. So like he was saying, you just had to stand there and get hit. What the hell? If you weren't in a team fight. The new passive is now you gain 6 max health permanently when you damage an ability You gain 6 max health permanently when you damage an enemy god with a basic attack. This is stack though. Cooldown 10 seconds. Oh, okay, yeah. So every 10 seconds. Cooldown reduction by 0.5 when taking damage from an enemy god. Once per ability or basic attack. Okay. So about every 10 to 12 seconds, like he was saying. You can get 6 max health. Oh, shoot, damn. All right. Might give that a shot.
Berserker Shield getting some changes.
Yep, Berserker Shield just really underperforming. The passive is good when it can proc in certain circumstances, but the baseline item just wasn't good enough.
Okay.
All right. Musashi's dual sword. That's a fun item to say. Few changes here on this side.
It was the least bought, least successful crit item.
Yep.
It should feel better for the characters who actually care about the.
Oh no. Oh no. I bought this one a lot because of the movement speed. I want to move fast when I hit my crits. I just love moving fast in general. I have the need for speed, man. All these other characters are fast as hell. I want to make sure I'm able to keep up with them. Or get away when I need to.
Movement speed, especially like melee focused crit characters. So cost decrease, strength increase, movement speed buff increase, movement speed decrease, just across the board, making it feel better.
Yeah.
Magi's Cloak, seeing a decrease in cost and increase in both protections.
Yeah, it released really strong, and then we nerfed it, and we kind of left it there. This is kind of bringing it back towards the center.
Sweet.
All right. Genji's Guard up next.
Oh, hello.
Again, just another item. It's good against magic damage, but it just wasn't quite good enough in what it was doing. So increased protection, increased cooldown rate helps.
15 cooldown. Let's go.
Tank-focused items getting some changes here.
Hell yeah.
Dwarven Plate increasing both prots, but also fixing an issue where it was only providing 10% and 20% of your protections.
Yeah,
rather than the intended 12.5 and 25.
Yeah, of the trio, so it was Draconic Scales, Freya's Tears, and Dwarven Plate. The other two were actually 53-54% win rate, which is pretty good for tier 3s because if you get to them you generally have a higher win rate. This one was at 50, which for tier 3 item is generally underperforming. It should be aligned with them, and so we gave it more prots, and we also fixed an issue. I was going to buff this to 15 and 30%, but then when I went in there I was like, oh, it's 10 and 20. That's just wrong.
Let's just fix it first.
Man.
Right along. Draconic Scales, another one of our newer items.
I like that one.
Lots of notes here on this one, Fawn. Talk to me about it.
That's the green scale one.
This one came up in a Titan talk about why don't the scales contribute to my gladiator shield damage, right? And or those types of effects. And the answer was, well, flat protection increases from items should count as item protection, but percentage ones don't, because it becomes like an infinite loop type thing when you try and do work with that. So it felt like the scales, the flat portion should. We also had a note for Spirit Robe because someone said that it wasn't working with Spirit Robe. And when I went and did my test cases, Spirit Robe was working correctly. If you get Spirit Robe procced and you hit with Gladiator Shield, it does work. So whoever brought that up, I don't remember who it was. I would need to know actually what you tried to use, because probably that ability isn't considering item protections correctly.
All right.
So that's what that second note's for.
And I think last up for this item section, Jade Scepter, pretty popular item, going to be seeing a nerf.
Yeah, this one, especially with certain characters, I think Ganesh was the one of the prime cases for this. The amount of damage you got and how frequently you could do it just ended up making it so that you kind of always had the combo going.
Yeah.
And you didn't really feel like you had to sacrifice much for the combo.
Yeah.
We're cool with an item like this being a more combo fulfiller. That's kind of what it was meant to be in the first place. It just should have appropriate stats for that case.
Yes. And then the cooldown, of course, increased by 20 seconds as well. All right. Let's talk about PTS balance and fixes. So, lots of games over the flash test over the past few days. And then another thing that I'll go ahead and mention, Kabir stopped in before the show. We're actually going to leave PTS up over the weekend for people who are interested in just slamming some customs in PTS and trying things out before the update. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But based off of what we've been seeing over the past couple days, there are some changes, right, Bon?
Yeah, so the first off, thanks to everyone who actually went onto the PTS. I know that getting on the PTS client and playing games can be you have to download it and go through all that process. But we got a lot of really good feedback from it. A lot of people were playing games. We found a lot of things because of that. So thank you guys all for playtesting.
Shout out to you guys.
We hit our limit of instances that we can support on the PTS. So we had to scale it up. Yep. So good job logging in and playing, guys.
Hey,
so
let's go.
These are basically changes directly from the PTS phase, and I want to break them out because I thought it would be good to talk about them and also use it as an opportunity to talk about how the healing changes went on PTS. So we can kind of go through line by line.
It's a prelude of what's to come.
Get right into it. Heartwood Charm up first fixed an issue on PTS where it was providing 20 cooldown rate instead of 10.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
what?
And Breastplate of Valor is probably with that as well. We saw basically the Heartwood Charm and Breastplate of Valor. It gave too much cooldown refund too quickly. So with a lot of the healing interactions, you could actually get quite an insane amount of healing up. And so we want these to be strong, but like obviously that synergy with them together was just too intense. So this would have probably been a day one. Like we might have had to disable these items if they went live that way. So I think getting these nerfed this early was really good.
Absolutely.
All right. No, not Breastplate.
Strider. We're increasing the heal duration, but decreasing the heal per tick.
Yep. So if you get the heal, it's not going to be as impactful in the moment. It's going to be that kind of more long tail. And if you're constantly refreshing it, it's not going to be as strong on you. But it is going to bring that kind of same level of sustain if you can keep it up in the long term.
All right. Up next, Blood-Soaked Shroud decreased the enemy heal and the God heal bonus.
Yeah, we did this because we saw that this was still too easily to apply to a whole bunch of targets.
It is the starter item.
Was a bit too intense. We reduced it there. We did keep the kill bonus the same. So that part, if you get a whole bunch of kills in this, you can make Blood Soaked pretty strong because we didn't have that. Also, Death's Toll was the upgrade, Death's Embrace. That one didn't get adjusted because I think that one has enough limiting knobs on it that it wasn't too abused.
Spirit Robe, we kind of talked about it earlier on the show, but we've decreased the heal per tick.
Yep, at 6% it was a bit too much, going down to 4%. Not quite halving, but this item was also discussed as just being very good in general, so just a slight nerf here goes a long way.
This isn't a veiled reference.
Oh no, it is not a veiled reference.
The healing
this is
item?
just that's the number it has to be.
Yeah.
And I could have done .6667 or
Oh
.666.
man.
I was like, no, it's a number that's
it's just the subconscious, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Daybreak Gavel getting a few changes here, Pawn.
The new
items.
Sent
those over to me early this morning.
Yeah,
we'll be seeing them tomorrow.
About, like what items felt, because there's definitely items that felt really strong. But I was also looking for the items that didn't feel super useful. Daybreak Gavel, there's some comparisons to it being kind of like Soul Gem, but not quite as good. So I wanted to make it so that, one, the cost is down, the health is up, so it's just easier to build, you're a bit tankier for it. But now you don't have to actually heal as many targets. And in other game modes, too, like that's going to be a bit easier for you to trigger. So you don't have to heal as many people to get some buffs. Healing bonus.
All right, Baron
Overall.
Zombie up next. Consigned Spirits, we fixed an issue where the speed buff could stack on itself.
Yeah, which has been probably a long-standing issue with Staff of Mirrodin. But because you could now get 3 of them with Heartwood Charm, and the fact that we buffed it, it became apparent that, we need to fix this issue.
Yeah.
Damn.
Next up, Princess Bari, Spirits Cadence, the ultimate. We fixed an issue where you could heal while immune.
And same with the next one, which should be Soul, right? Yeah. So, you shouldn't be able to heal while you're Aegist. That's just been a long time Smite thing.
Yeah.
It used to also be that when you're immune from other effects like Soul Disapparate, you also couldn't heal. We just didn't have that working correctly in Smite 2. And because of that, you could do a lot of things with these new items, like especially on Soul, where you could just heal back to like full while you were immune with a whole bunch of AoE procs that were happening.
Oh, what?
This just gives us a proper point to balance the ability. It matches more Smite 1. It's a more intuitive interaction. That's crazy. How it works. Spirit's Cadence, this doesn't matter as much as it did for Soul, but we just felt like it should be consistent in the cases.
Is this also for Afro Alt?
No, Afro Alt's unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that damage immunity doesn't work the same way.
Okay.
Cool.
Technically, Disapparate. Here's Smite 1 inconsistency for you. Just a little taste of what we deal with when we go back to Smite 1, right? Aegis definitely blocks healing. Soul was described as leaving the battleground, which means also if you walk into a fountain, you can't buy and you can't heal from the fountain. Afro Ult, if that blocked healing, that would just be bad. They're all damage immunity.
But they're different.
They're different. So they're different.
Ah, damn.
All right, up next.
That's so much BS going on
things,
a bit.
Last on the list in this kind of PTS balance section.
Yeah, so fixed quite a few specific types of heals that were working or not working. I still have a few more to go look at.
I wish I could see some clips of this. This Soul issue. You go into your 3, you're damage immune, but you're still healing. I want to see some of this. Pretty sure the clips will be hilarious and infuriating for the opponent. Like, what? Like, how are you healing? Oh, you You cheating ass broad. I bet these freaking clips are hilarious. Hopefully there's some out there on the interwebs. I'd love to see them.
Kerber's 3 I have to go fix because the way that was set up was very different from how we set up all the other heals, so that one I still need to go look at. But we found a lot of interactions with things like you could by having a lifesteal item with an ability, you could proc vital. So you could just get full vital stacks basically anytime you use an ability with lifesteal, stuff like that. So also, we fixed a lot of interactions with item interactions, like Sanguine Lash you could sell for positive gold, which was a fun bug. Gluttonous Grimoire didn't have its damage cap of 33% health, so you could sit AFK farming monsters for 999 stacks. And just this, the amount of stuff we fixed, funny. I couldn't actually list it all. When I went back to like put it all together, I was like, this is just too much. But it was an opportunity, like, thanks to everyone who played the PTS and sent in bug reports. We were able to fix a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this is a good thing to have. This is a good problem. Not all problems are created equal. Not all problems are bad. This is a good problem. It's good.
Absolutely.
The cycle.
More people playing, more feedback, more improvements.
I'm going to bring us back to cams, though, before we get into it, just because we do want to preface this section. We do have quite a few conquest level changes in this update, but we wanted to make sure that we communicated that this is not the conquest pass, correct?
Yes. Yeah, this is with all the stuff that we did for OB15, the giant list of stuff, we didn't want to sit with conquest getting no adjustments for another patch.
Yes.
And even though we have stuff that we are going to be working on going forward for conquest as a more major pass, we wanted to make sure you guys had something in the interim.
Yes.
So not the full pass. This isn't going to magically change conquest across the board.
Just the PA.
This is something we think is going to make conquest better in the short term.
Cool. All right. Well, I will go ahead, Killian.
I was just kind of tagging
Give us the spiel.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to spiel. This is the pawn show today. But no. I should say this is we wanted to do something. We didn't want to leave it how it is, right? Like Pawn was saying, this isn't the full. We aren't like cool. We're happy. We're done after this, right? This is just. Nudging it a little bit more in a better direction, hopefully, because we know that Conquest players have felt a little bit left out, and we agree that Conquest needs some help.
Yeah. So cool. All right. Well, I will bring up the handy dandy desktop, and before
it's good that they're taking their time. They at least acknowledged and addressed some issues with this whole OB15 patch. It's a massive patch. They're humans. You can't expect them to do everything all in one go, right? That's just impossible. It's too much to ask. So I'm glad that they did at least something. I haven't really felt anything up with Conquest. It all seems normal to me. I'm probably missing a lot of stuff though. I'd have to see what the issues people are discussing about are, to see if I see them, if I've experienced them or not. It's pretty understandable though, as to why it's not the full conquest pass just yet. It's coming though. It's coming. Just be patient. Be patient, people. Patience, and you will be rewarded greatly.
Into the changes, Matt from the level design team wrote up a quick little TLDR on what we're kind of doing here.
Ooh, okay.
So we've got a slew of changes, kind of focused on addressing two main things. And the first one was we just felt like there was too much safe farm on the map, specifically on the side lanes, right, Pon?
Yeah. So we want people to feel like they can contest things, and getting lane pressure and poking people out has more impact. Right now, if you poke someone out in lane and they're forced to kind of be under their tower and you go to take something of theirs, they can just go to the side harpies. They could even go to your side harpies and farm that. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that was around the map that was pretty accessible, that made it so that you could reasonably choose not to engage in actually contesting anything and not come out of the laning phase that much worse for wear. Laning phase, you should fight your opponent. Yeah, there's room for opportunity for some safe farm, but the amount that we had was just too much.
Yeah. So just a couple things, bullet points here. The contestable Cyclops camps now grant XP in addition to gold. The side camps now spawn later and less often. And the side teleporters unlock slightly earlier, but one of the side camps has been changed to oracles to grant vision of the teleporter for some time.
So okay, great. This is a positive, because you'd have to place a freaking ward at your teleporter just to see if anyone would come gank through the teleporter. And if you don't ward, it would just be a horrible, horrible day for you. So now that they're adding oracles to see, to give you some vision for a potential gank, that's great. I like that. I just recently had this issue happen to me. The Sobek, he came to gank. I was in solo. He came to gank, and he was just hovering on my side. I was like, dude, why are you still here, dog? Leave already. Nope, he was there.
So
and I only knew he was there because I heard him. I had no vision there because I don't typically ward the teleporters that much. I do ward in my area though, blue buff in the totem, that area right there. I ward there, so I know when someone's coming if they come through there. From the teleporter side, it's just like,
nope.
If I see you or if I hear you, then I know you're there. But it's like an out of sight, out of mind thing. So I'm liking the Oracles
Cyclops
thing.
Camp that's near Duo and Solo, it's more worth going for now. The side camps are less frequent and will spawn later, so that you won't have them as reliable of a source of farm. And the oracles are giving utility rather than other things they could be giving than just like raw amounts of stuff.
Cool. All right. And then the second thing, where some of these conquest changes are pointed to address, is that objectives are just a little bit too lethal.
Yeah. So this is, I don't want this to be conflated with too easy.
Yes.
Right. Like, because I think generally the camps, like the objectives, when your team is actually there and on them, they actually die pretty quickly, which is another thing we'll end up discussing.
Tower diving?
But they also end up taking quite a big chunk out of the tank taking it, or if like you need to start it early because your team's going to be there and you want to take a few hits of it, you might be half health pretty quickly before like your team can get there and then start tanking it, which means that your opportunity to pull it while the enemy team might be trying to get in position still, you see an opportunity, you end up having to pass up on those, or you feel like it's actually too risky for us to play the dance game of like Fire Giant. And that's what a lot of like interesting team fight dynamics where you pull the Fire Giant.
You're trying to
bait them, but if the Fire Giant's actually too good at killing you.
That happened to me. Over this weekend, dog. Oh my gosh. We were doing the fire giant dance. We started it. And then we had it all warded up. We're like, okay, we're going to go start this fire giant, set up a trap here. And when they show up, we'll turn and burn, right? They were just hovering though. And I was still tanking. We were still going for the fire giant. And they were just hovering around. They were just waiting for me to get on low health, right? Which was the smart thing to do. I should have realized it faster and be like, no, let's back out. But no, we were there. And I took way too much damage from the freaking fire giant. Oh. It was hilarious. I was like, man, I'm a goofy. I'm dumb. I should have just stopped. But we were almost there. We were so close to securing the fire giant. I was like, no, I have to commit to this now. I've gone too far. And then I ended up getting got by the freaking fire giant. It was whack. Well, this is dumb. Freaking lame.
It ends up causing a situation where you don't want to do that because you might actually just completely lose the follow-up fight if it's too lethal.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to go for the objective because it puts you in a bad situation. The enemy team comes in and fights. So you have to get a pick before you can start trying to do the objective to force the fight or to force something.
Yeah, so the objectives should generally take a little bit longer to kill. I think Pyromancer was the one that we felt was like actually in a pretty good spot in this regard.
That one was good.
It's also a little bit easier to get access to as well. So they're going to be a little bit harder to kill, but they also just won't kill you as hard back.
Yes.
Hey, that's fair.
Well,
that's
shall
fair.
We get into just the individual change lists here?
I can roll with that. Gold Fury and Fire Giant deal less damage overall. All right, cool. To compensate for this, we've added some things that make them not as quick to take down. Solo on your own. Bosses now inherently take reduced damage from crits. Taking hits from boss attacks applies a debuff that makes you deal less damage to them. This is only for a 1v1. 1v1 me Gold Fury or 1v1 me Fire Giant type of thing. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. That makes sense. I like it. I agree with this.
And one thing not called out.
So I want to go over that last bit one more time because we said it pretty quickly. So they should not do as much damage to you, but they should take a little bit longer to kill,
Yes.
right? So objectives should be harder and take a little bit longer, but by going for them, you aren't getting yourself damaged so much that it's a bad idea to go for it before you get a pick. You know, hopefully there's just more action around, action around the objectives with this change.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the handy dandy desktop.
The handy dandy desktop.
Let's talk about oracles
Shout out
first.
to Isaiah.
Vision granted from this camp now reveals enemy wards inside the Gold Fury pit.
So this also kind of maps onto the other note, which is like you want to be able to, like, not only it wasn't too much side farm, but we also want to make things that are contestable more worth it. So having oracles be more impactful, choosing to ignore it on cooldown is going to be to your detriment.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, the Fire Giant.
That's cool because the only way to know if an enemy had a vision there was for you to put a sentry down there, which I do. So now we can put a sentry somewhere else. That's awesome. This is going to be really... I think having vision is essential in Conquest. So if you're not going for these oracles, nah, man, like Pon said, it'll be to your detriment. Because that's just a free ward there for you. And a free sentry now because you can see your enemy's wards inside the Gold Fury pit. So this is big. I like this. It's going to make things a lot more interesting now.
Kind of touched on it, but there's a lot of change here, Pon, if you want to summarize for me.
Yeah.
Christ, look at this. FG. Now it takes 30% less damage from crits. Okay, basic attacks now deal 2.5 of its max health as physical damage. Now its stats. Decrease base strength from 180. Damn, he's getting nerfed bigly. Oh my gosh. Strength scaling from 8 to 3 every minute. Changes to Scorched. The debuff applied to targets hit by Fire Giant. Is this the pool? Reduce healing by negative 3.75 per victim level. Oh, sweet. Last 5 seconds. All abilities now apply Scorched. Stygian Impact, AoE Smash. And Inescapable Crag. The 5 homing rock projectile. Oh, that thing took me out once. It was lame. Who was I? I think I was Iza. I was ADC or somebody. And we were doing the Fire Giant. My frontliners are tanking it, right? And then out of nowhere, the dude starts targeting me. I pulled aggro somehow, even though we were all inside the freaking pit. And my frontline had started tanking the guy. And the freaking rocks ended up, they took me out. I said, hey, yo, what the? I saw, why am I losing so much health? And I said, oh my gosh, I have aggro. Why do I have aggro? So I went out of the pit. The attack sequence was these 5 homing rocks. And so the last one ended up taking me out. I was already out the pit. And they still chase you. I said, this is dumb. How was I pulling aggro? How did that work out? Nobody had left. We were all there. I entered because my team had already started Fire Giant. So I came in. I was doing my thing. And then I pulled aggro somehow. I said, what? How does that make sense? Make that make sense. I said, yo, what the? It was dumb. It was a goofy ass death. I said, this is ridiculous. This should not happen like this. I laughed it off though. I said, that's
very
dumb.
briefly, takes less damage from critical strikes, which means that shred build means that you want your carries there to still kill it. Like they're going to be the main source of damage on it, but it just won't be so crazy swingy in that regard. Basic attacks now deal a percentage of max health. This normalizes it across the cast, and we also have decreased the base strength scaling that it gets. So in short, against squishies, this will be pretty significantly less damage. Against tanks, this will be less damage, just not as much of a difference because tanks right now, they do tank it pretty well, but it's still, we think, even too lethal for them. But we don't want to like half the damage they take because at that point they won't actually take any and they won't feel threatened at all. We don't want to go that far. We also have the reduction. So some of these I know came in later, so I'm reading through these right now as well. The Scorched one is the one that's new to me.
Yes.
Reduce the healing by 3.75 per victim level. reduce the damage dealt to the fire giant per victim level in the last 5 seconds. So this is the debuff that actually applies to the target that's hit by the fire giant attack. This just means that you won't this should be that if you were the person that pulled it, you're not getting as penalized for it.
Cool.
All right. Let's talk about the other primary objective.
Yep. This is like the damage that it deals.
Yes.
So these are just the things about like normalizing damage across the board, and things that are avoidable, they can actually hurt pretty significantly.
Yeah. Gold Fury, similar changes to the Fire Giant. You've got the same, takes 30% less damage, increased lifesteal effectiveness, and some other changes here.
Yep, basically a mirror. Less damage from crits means that won't just blow them up instantaneously. We made it so that you can lifesteal a bit from them, so if you actually have lifesteal items, that sustain is a bit more valuable.
That's pretty cool.
Because we are reducing lifesteal across the board. Basic attacks now deal a certain percentage of health to normalize it against the targets. And then, the render change, if you were the person taking it, it shouldn't be as intense.
Cool.
Ooh, I wonder if you can do a passing lifesteal heal from these objectives. Like, say you're kind of low, right? And you're like, I need a quick heal. There's no other camps here near me. Hey, Gold Fury. Pew, 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 pew. All right, bye. That's going to be a strat now. Sweet. Or Fire Giant.
All right, Pyromancer up next. This is the objective that's should feel relatively
drive by
the
life
same
steal
if you're playing in live compared to Open Beta 15.
Yeah, the changes here are just less extreme. They end up normalizing out to similar-ish values, but we want to make sure that things did consistent across the board, like how you interact with them.
Yeah. All right, the dual lane buff camp. The initial spawn time has been pushed back from 1 minute to 1 minute 30.
Yep. So just gives them more time to like actually be in place to contest it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, the totem. The initial spawn time has been pushed up from 2 minutes to 1 minute 30.
Yep. So if you want to contest it, it's going to be a more consistent timing, and that also means that they end up matching where you like. If you go between the roles, you actually be like, okay, well, I contested this similar time.
Yeah. All right. The side teleporters. The unlock time has been pushed up from 10 minutes to 6 minutes. But then I feel like we should talk about kind of the other things on the side lanes as well, because they all kind of work together in this one kind of symbiotic relationship. So we talked about the Cyclops camp getting XP rewards in addition to gold. The side A camp A, the one closer to the lane, now spawns 1 Elder and 2 small Harpies. The spawn time has been pushed back to 2 minutes, and we've increased the respawn delay from every 2 minutes to every 3 minutes.
Yeah, so pretty significant cut to the amount of camps that you're able to just farm there and clear.
Yeah.
And then the side camp B, the one closest to the teleporter, as we mentioned, this has been converted into an Oracle's camp, and then killing this camp will grant vision around that teleporter for 3 minutes.
Yep, so just different utility for killing the camps. It's not just I'm just going to go farm this to be safe.
Get money.
And if you choose not to farm it, you're going to be foregoing potentially like pressure like on the Cyclops camp, which is like that one's going to be a lot more contested in this patch.
Yeah, and then we've also increased the respawn delay on the Oracle's camp from 2 minutes to 4 minutes. So going to be up a lot less often.
Yeah, really significant hit to the amount of times that's up.
And they don't respawn at the same time. So if you are trying to do them on cooldown, it's going to take more time to get less benefit out of it.
Yeah, you'd have to wait to actually have them paired together if you're going to go there. Or you have to go there twice, which is a lot of time loss.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, that is everything that I have in the conquest changes section. And that was a long doc. Oh my goodness.
That's just a lot of things.
Lots of stuff.
Being really,
and it's been
really
2 weeks.
Hey, yeah, 2 weeks, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah, lots of really exciting stuff from all the god changes, all the
new items,
changes, some of the tank specific items getting a little bit more buffs.
Yeah, some
conquest
love.
Level changes.
Frontline love, baby.
A large conquest pass, but just some changes to address some of the player feedback that we've been seeing over the past few updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully, like this is a step in the right direction. While we work on some other things, we have the art team's working on some stuff right now that I can't talk too much about, but just trying to make the game better, like we talked about lighting and stuff.
Skins.
We're meeting again on Monday to talk more about like
more skins,
further changes to Conquest gameplay. Like we're aware that there are some things that we want to do. We're just locking in a final plan, and this is the next step of let's get a little bit better for the short term and keep going from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 1% better.
After this show, I will save out this doc and share it on social media. Again, everything that we covered today is kind of subject to change. There may be additions or subtractions based on what Pond can get done in the next 3 hours after the show.
I do have one other change from what we previously announced for this update. As of right now, it does not look like Quick Play Joust is going to make the update. We're still having just some bot AI issues where they are not wanting to end the game at the appropriate time.
Yeah, they want to keep playing.
Yeah. And, while we've all been locked in.
Oh no! They've become sentient. They're F7 warriors. Never surrender.
Nope.
The bots have a mind of their own. Oh my gosh, it's Skynet, y'all. Skynet is here. That's funny.
Games with teammates like that. It is not a great experience, especially if it's supposed to be a new player focused mode. We need to have the bots very consistently trying to end games, working with you when you're trying to end the game, essentially. Okay. So we are, it's almost certainly not going to be in 15 at this point, and it's just going to take us a little bit longer to get it right because this is a new player focused mode.
We want to take the time to make sure it's
like it doesn't really affect the people watching this show too much.
It
has the potential to improve new player retention, but if we ship something that doesn't work right, it's just going to be bad for new player retention. It's not worth running a test on something that we know is broken. So it's better for us to take just a little bit longer to get it right.
Good.
Apologies for people who are waiting for that because it has been we talked about this first for the last update, and then it was like, oh, we can't get it working, and then this one. So if you were waiting for it, apologize for the further delay there, but
we're trying.
Better, really better to get this kind of thing perfect before we ship it, before just shipping it as a test.
Yep,
sweet.
Well, definitely, because the point is to increase player retention, obtain a new player base. So if they put out a faulty product, a defective product, you ruining your credibility there. Nah, it's good. That's a good call. Like, just delay it till you actually get it right. Nail it. And then things will improve. That's my take. So excellent call there, Kilgoon. And the rest of the team as well. They realize, like, nope, this is not a good product right now. Let's not put it out. We'll push it back. We'll take the whatever hate comments from people. I mean, they probably won't even play it regardless.
Nope.
So that feedback is, you can just swoosh it away. It's unnecessary. So great call there.
We've got about 10 minutes left, so shall we open up the floor for some Q&A? I know we talked a lot on the show, so let's hear from chat. Chat, if you have any questions on anything that we talked about today, anything Open Beta 15 focused in general, if you got any feedback from PTS, we'd love to hear it.
Did anyone say something about
the next 10 minutes or so and hang out before we call it a show and call it a weekend?
Yeah, someone did ask me to say hi, so I'll do that.
I've seen a few comments about my shirt today. This is not any comment about DKO or the future of DK. Somebody's like, DKO 2 confirmed. No, I like this shirt. It's Friday, more of a casual Friday shirt. And DKO was a really fun game. Unfortunately, players didn't enjoy it the same way that we did, but it was fun.
I feel like I saw 80% of my wardrobe is high-res stuff.
It is,
completely. It's
one of the blessings and curses of working at a game studio. It's just so many shirts.
Yeah, you've got the high-res logo shirt on.
I do.
Yeah. The free merch.
So my shirt is all
discounted
high-res or patterned button-ups. And this is kind of both, so I felt like it was fun.
And it's a baseball jersey, and you're a baseball fan.
I am a baseball fan, yes. Has Pon been promoted to main cast? No, this was just the week of Pon. Lots of things he's actively working on that was good to have him on to talk about. So, ideally,
needed
we are
his
taking up as much of
perspective
Pon's
there,
time, and he can focus on, doing other important work.
It is fun to chat, though.
Yeah.
A good change of pace for him. Necessary now and again.
I missed Titan Talk. Can you redo the entire show?
Oh my gosh, no.
Go back to the
You
top.
can do your own Titan Talk at home.
Ninja, hit the replay, man. You're able to just drag it back and watch it. Hit that 2x speed, man. You'll be caught up in no time. Late to the party, ninjas.
Will there be a focus on making farm and solo way more contestable in the future? I mean, that's when we do like our full kind of like conquest rebalance pass. I think the general goals that you saw today, like we want contesting to feel meaningful. We want there to be things that are available to contest. The ways that you contest it could be just more than just like I hit the thing the most. It just depends on what we end up wanting to go towards. But like that's the direction we want to move in. Is that I think there's been a lot of like missing subtleties about like how you wanted to play like your little micro decisions that you make in lane versus the macro decision you make about where you want to farm. Making those more impactful choices. That's the kind of direction you want to go.
Fun Friday question. What are you guys' favorite game genre outside of MOBA?
MMO, RPG.
Yeah, that's
not even close.
It definitely would have been that, but I just don't have much time to play MMOs anymore. But I've played almost every MMO. Probably nowadays, if I'm not playing a MOBA, I'm playing like a Metroidvania of some sort.
Rhythm games for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I love rhythm games.
Oh, rhythm. Hey,
like,
hello.
The only problem is every single time I go to like an arcade that actually has like a machine, I then immediately go down the rabbit hole of wanting that machine.
Yep.
And I just get sad that I don't have that machine.
One of my buddies has like 3 like arcade machines at his house. He's got
that's sick.
he's got
hey, let's
one
go.
where you're like a DJ. It's like Beat Mania, I think it is.
Yep.
He's got Nostalgia, which is like a keyboard one, and then he's got Scotto, which is like you throw ping pong balls, they bounce off things, and it's incredible. I enjoy going over to his house.
Yeah, I actually bought like a full like steel based DVR
Oh,
pad.
that's sick.
And then the machine, there's one machine I want that has like it's a grid of 4x4 cubes that you can hit. Like I want that machine.
Cool. Oh, do we have info about the soft reset? This, I believe it's going to follow the exact same rules as the last soft reset that we did. I don't have those in front of me, but it's the same rules, and you should expect that to occur.
Whatever those were.
Am I happy with the healing patch changes so far? Yeah, I actually think I overall am pretty happy about the changes so far. We saw in PTS that like generally when people were getting really high lifesteal amounts, or generally people were getting like really high healing amounts, they felt impactful in the team fights, but they didn't feel oppressive. People could burn them down still, and it wasn't really until we saw like the abuse cases of a few specific items interacting together. So the fact that like the game felt pretty good on the PTS games is a pretty good sign, especially for like when you try to do big sweeping changes like this. It's really daunting.
It's always scary because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and sometimes like your changes have counterintuitive effects, which we'll see. Obviously, PTS isn't live. When we get to live, we'll see how people interact with live. But I actually feel like we largely hit a lot of our goals. I think overall, this should be that healers and lifestealers are more consistent. They'll be able to feel that strength more directly when it matters most to them. But it won't be something that they're able to just completely leverage to fully heal outside of fights too quickly.
Cool.
And people will still be able to burn them down if they get caught out of position. They just can't completely heal through it. And they're like, oh, I don't have the anti-heal back.
Someone in chat asked if this was inspired by Paladin's Cauterize healing changes. I assume that is not an angle that you are familiar with.
No, I don't actually know how Paladin's Cauterize worked.
Yeah, so basically the way Paladin's Cauterize worked was like Paladin's has like items that you buy in game similar to Smite, but much smaller. And Cauterize was one that like is basically on hit apply anti-heal, like on shot apply anti-heal. And it was somewhat similar in that new players would never buy Cauterize and they would just lose every game. You know. The difference, I would say, too, just because I am more familiar with both games, the main difference is that, like, Cauterize, when we got rid of Cauterize, we made it so that Paladin's built-in default anti-heal ramped up over time to where, like, in the later rounds, healers were, like, 90%, like, anti-healed by being shot versus having a consistent healing experience throughout the game. Whereas the point of this is more to have a consistent healing experience throughout the game, not a consistent ramp up in damage and ramp down in healing.
Yep. Someone asked me if I played Magic the Gathering. I've played it. I get sucked into it every so often, but I don't play it regularly. Although when I do play, I generally play like red decks for just if I play like super aggro, or I like to play blue decks and make everyone else's experience terrible.
Oh man!
Did you see that apparently Wizards made $200 million in a day on releasing the 5 fantasy set?
Oh yeah, I mean, they got money from me. That was the first and only pre-release I've ever gone to.
Oh, that's awesome!
And it was like a whole tournament thing. Like it was very fun. That was a very fun time.
I have not been to a pre-release since moving to Georgia.
Oh man!
But
we gotta get you out to an LGS.
I used to go to every one. So it's funny. So when back in California was when like every week, or not every week, but every pre-release, and I played most weekends at a local gaming store. And when I moved out here, I was like, one of my first weeks here, I was like, I looked up where the magic shop was. I was going to go to. They had like a modern night. I was going to get on a modern night. And I had my decks. And one of the other guys in the marketing cube was like, oh hey, did you know that we have like a board game group? You should come to that instead. And I was like, chance to make friends with coworkers, cool, I'll go do that. And then I just ended up getting sucked into this board game group with a bunch of high-resers that nobody's still here anymore, but a bunch of old high-resers. And and I like hung out with that group instead of going back to play more Magic. So I never made it to the game store that I intended to go to. Instead of a board game group.
I saw 2 questions.
Cool.
When is the release? I assume we'll follow the same schedule.
I'm pretty sure it's the Friday after the update next week.
And then someone mentioned a Runeforge Hammer. That one we see, like the base stats do actually a pretty good job of making it pretty strong, but is kind of to our like item specialization pass we did before. That one feels like it should be more impactful for having the passive, so we might look at that in the future. We are.
Where is Flameforged though? I want Flameforged here. That item is a lot of freaking fun. And why it's not here is beyond me.
I think like quite a few prod items, and there's a critical mass where like they'll synergize together in a way that can be hard to predict sometimes. So it might just be better on its own for the sake of having more prod items that work well with it. So we'll see.
Can we get settings from the live game linked to PTS? Unfortunately, it goes the other direction.
Yes.
So basically, our environments get copied from PTS to live, is the way like the staging works. And to be able to bring stuff back from live to PTS is a very difficult process. So unfortunately, probably not going to be.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot internally over this past week on just how we can make the PTS experience better for players that are hopping in, just because we know there are issues with not being able to have enough diamonds to unlock the content and try it out. We know there's an issue with the level gating on the queues. So if you're new to PTS and you haven't played anything, you're level 1 and you can't hit the conquest queues like you should or like you want to. So we've been talking about that and figuring out the best path forward to make that experience better for everybody.
And I have a couple notes that I've written down here that I didn't mention out loud, but restricted camera pitch not being available in PTS with the new setting screen, something that we had noted already. I'll follow up to make sure that actually got addressed. And then Viper shots not working on pip health damage things. Like,
oh, sure.
They don't work on wards or walls or statues.
Yep. Mulan banner. Yeah.
Mulan banner.
I had to go look at how it's configured.
So I wrote those down, and we'll take a look.
Interesting. All right.
The camera pitch thing is already fixed.
Nice. Awesome.
Thank you. I will cross that out then and not follow up.
Hey, one less thing to do.
God-specific controller sensitivity in the new settings area. I want ranged characters who have less than my melee. I'm going to say maybe eventually, but probably not. Definitely not for this update, and maybe not for the next update or two.
Have you thought about giving ability tooltip tag, visible tag like heal, movement, dash, physical, phasing if it goes through walls? There's a certain amount that's information overload if you tag literally everything, but I do know that, like, with, for example, in this healing pass, we tagged a whole bunch of things as healing abilities. Right now, that's only really intuition, that you have to kind of know that it's there. I know Clumsy wants to make a pass later on to add it as like an extra little bullet point, but it'd be nice, especially if you want to do more interactions with that kind of stuff, giving you more information clarity there. Plus, there's just some useful things like you don't know necessarily by reading ability exactly how it looks, but you can get more information if we tag it better. So it'd be nice to get more stuff there just in general, but it's a surprisingly involved process because you also have to then do it for like every character kind of en masse in one go, which is a long list.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool new system. Fun. I know you talked about it on, gosh, you've been on so many shows over the past couple weeks. I forget which one, but it was just like, we have this system. Like, what if we go through and tag fire abilities? And like, is there anything cool that we could do on that front? So
yeah, we talked like really early on Smite 2 development, like maybe like doing more stuff like that, but we ended up just not kind of doing it because we also want to make sure we had good purpose for it. But like the healing one's a really good example of like why that tagging can be really valuable.
For some reason, Bobby's asking who our Mario Kart mains are.
I guess it depends on the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I haven't played the
Mario
newest
Kart
one
in a long time. So
I do like some Pink Gold Peach.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I pretty much always default to Yoshi.
Yeah, I feel
like my
like
general.
Yoshi.
I'm kind of the same way with Toad.
That's such a random question, but it's Fun Friday.
It's Fun Friday.
And speaking of questions,
Hey, let's
it's 2
go.
p.m. So it's time for one more question. See if I can pick a good one here. Wait for chat to fill up.
One more question.
Before, but, you don't watch every week. This is a big question for people. How do we pick which gods to bring back? What the god order, how we release gods? And I think that also applies to people that just keep asking about what about this god? What about this god? What about this god? Right? That's the majority of the questions we get during.
It's funny because it seems like there's always a different god in chat. That seems to be the trend every time we do a show. It's funny.
Sometimes like you've not heard about a single god, and then it's like for a week you just hear nothing. So basically, we look at a lot of things. We look at like popularity in Smite 1, just because raw number of people that play it is a good indicator of how important they are. We look at community surveys about like, are there specific aspects of the community that wants a specific god? We look at like, is there a unique gameplay element that is brought by this god that we don't currently have in the game? Like Wheelish Pull, is a thing that we didn't have otherwise until we brought Wheelish in. And then the other really important part, the other two important parts is that we try and rotate through the roles, and not necessarily the exact same order every time, but we want to make sure that like you're never waiting too long for another god of your favorite role. And that doesn't necessarily mean class. That means like, jungler, mid laner, so like if we were to do Ao Kuang, you probably come as a jungler, not as a mage, right? And then perhaps most importantly right now, because we're trying to go at an every 2 week pace, we need to be very careful about picking gods that fit into the available amount of working time, right? So we try and balance between, is this a hard god for design? Is it a hard god for certain art departments? Because, like Scylla was very hard for like rigging and tech art, and everybody has their own unique areas of difficulty. So we try and balance it out to where it's not like we have multiple gods that are difficult in a row for any given department, or if design is trying to do a big healing pass or something else, then maybe we'll try and pick a god that's easier for design or for programming, so they have time to do those kinds of things. So it's really like a combination of popularity, community sentiment, role, and like how does it fit into our available working time?
Cool.
I had a question, but
That's the criteria.
I'm sorry, I talked too long.
Maybe I can go back and find it. There's actually two technically. I guess I'll do the one that I remember. There's another one that popped up. Was Ossiwen.
Yeah, we talked about.
And we talked about like the lifesteal itemization, and I think one area of the lifesteal itemization that didn't feel great was there wasn't a great hunter option. Not a great carry option in general. Ossie from Smite 1 would be a natural fit for that. Maybe we'll do something new, but I think that area is
please.
want to look at. But we already had a lot of items coming in this patch. We can look to fill that gap in an upcoming patch.
Yeah.
Hello, let's go.
Actually, I remember what the other one
Go
was.
for it, yeah.
Someone mentioned their FPS was really, really bad. From patch to patch, things can change and it can vary your FPS, but that person specifically made it sound like they went from like 200 to 30. If that's the case, potentially roll back drivers, make sure your GPU is not dying, and also make sure that you aren't accidentally using your CPU as like the thing that's trying to render the game, and make sure it's your GPU. Generally, our patches don't have that big of performance swings. That generally means something is wrong on your end. So definitely, if you end up doing those things and that doesn't help you, you can send us more information. We can look at diagnostics for it. But I saw that person, I was like, that person probably just needs more technical help.
Yeah, cool. And then my question, I thought it'd be interesting to bring up just as we talked about Conquest a little bit on the show. We're continuing to think about Conquest, but I've seen somebody asking in chat multiple times, can we bring back Invader's Curse? Pon, what do you think about that?
Invader's
so I
Curse.
think that invading is a strategy that should be allowed. It also is a thing that should be, like, if the opponents aren't choosing to engage with you and you're having pressure, you need ways to leverage that, and invading is one of them. If you make invading too restrictive, it means that, like, you just kind of lose that avenue of play, and it adds a lot of depth. So I don't want to see Invader's Curse come back. I think when we added it in Smite 1, it was a very unique set of problems that we were having at that time that were kind of like more systemic global changes that we'd have to do quite a lot of adjustment to really resolve at its roots. Where the Invader's Curse, especially the early game, are kind of largely addressed in kind of one go, where we're focused on like a lot of things. But I think generally if Invader's Curse were to come back, we'd want to actually like, if it was there, we'd do it as like more of a band-aid for temporary, and we'd try to address the root issue, because at the end of the day, you should be able to invade.
Sweet.
Chat says W Pawn.
W Pawn, indeed. W Pawn for being on so many Titan Talks over the past couple of weeks. We definitely appreciate you taking the time to chill with Chad and hang out and talk about Smite 2. Open Beta 15 headed your way next Tuesday. We'll be back on Monday for another episode. We'll have full patch notes for Open Beta 15. Talk about anything that trickles in after Pawn gets back to work and gets in his last minute changes before we branch. But until then,
we did an Alani check.
Cherry Twist. You can't miss the Alani check, especially on Fun Friday.
I've been doing the overcaffeinate in the morning thing recently. We've got these like cold brew coffees that just like too much caffeine, but they're good. So I just got bubbly water.
Bubbly water. Nothing like a little Perrier, you know?
Yes.
And then I also went with nothing.
Yes. Yeah. Sweet. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the show, guys. Chad, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll be back here on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here at twitch.tv/MikeGame for another episode of Titan Talk. But until then, hope everyone has a great weekend. Peace.
Peace out. Thank you, fellas. Great show. So much new information coming along here. Be sure to support them in the channel. Shout out to them. Now, moving on to some BBS action. Boom! Hell yeah. 10th anniversary, baby. Round 2. All right, before we continue, I'll be right back. I need to stretch my legs and hit the restroom. Oh yeah, we back. Much needed. Sweet. Okay. Moving on to some Bleach Brave Souls action. Once again, shout out to the High-Res Titan Force team for that excellent show. Making me more excited about tomorrow's patch. Hell yeah. All right, let's see. I saw this right before starting, so I wanted to talk about it too. Round 2 has been revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the trailer. Shout out to the BBS channel as well. Make sure to go support them. And all their hard work is greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. Woo! It'll take more than cheap tricks to stop me. So, oh my gosh. His hair. It's here. Hell yeah. Oh my god. My mind is made up. Woo! Feather Swinger. Ooh, you're finished. Oh my gosh. I have now become the right arm of the Soul King himself. There he is. Mimi Huggy. Mimi Huggy. Ooh. Nothing would please me more than to sacrifice this second life for the Court Guard squad. Oh my gosh. Juice, Uryu, and Renji are round 2. Woo! Jushiro. Oh my goodness. Fantastic round 2 selection of characters. We got Juice that just went and RIP'd himself. We got OP Uryu and OP Renji coming to BBS. I am happy. Yo, this fight between Renji and Uryu, beautiful. Beautiful. We never got to see that in the manga. These damn spam callers giving me a call, man. Yeah, no, I ain't. Okay, let me go. Thumb that up. I want to thumb this one up too. Show them some support and thumb this one up already. Here is the character showcase for the 10th anniversary round 2. Manifestation Zenith Summons. Oh, that's an excellent name. That is perfect for this banner. Because they all manifested their freaking new powers. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Woo. Yo, this is one of my favorite fights from 1000 Year Blood War. It was brand new, and we actually got to see Renji doing more skills. We got to see Renji's development and growth. And then Uryu, we got to see him fight, finally. Use his freaking bull standing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see. They're all going to be OP, I bet. Hopefully, no one gets the PvP treatment.
Nope.
It's probably going to be Jushido more than likely. I don't see any of these two. Because Renji already got the PvP treatment. So if they make him PvP again, like what? Why? Uryu, I don't see Uryu being PvP. Nah, he's going to be strong attack damage. Only Juice makes sense by process of elimination. It's likely got to be Juice if they give anyone the PvP treatment. All right, enough. Let's get started. Oliver, say hello.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be
introducing Oliver.
3 characters from the 10th anniversary special 1000 Year Blood War Zenith Summons Manifestation, which will be released on the 31st of July.
Oh my gosh. Straight from the anime too.
The first character in this summons is Jushiro.
Oh my gosh.
Jushiro is a power attribute character.
Oh, I guess not.
Nope.
He did not get the PvP treatment. That means one of the other two could. Concerning. It's concerning because I want to be able to play them in game. He's in a Rancor Killer Plus. Right arm of the Soul King. Jushiro performs the Kamikake ritual, which deals immense damage, inflicting paralysis plus, and has a small chance to instantly delete your enemy. Oh, okay. Ooh, oh, his aura is pretty cool. Blue lightning. Oh, there's the Mimi Hagi right there. Looking all crazy.
With a Rancor
one
Killer
eyeball.
Plus. His soul trait is strong attack recharge.
Oh, he's got an EX of Berserker plus 30. Oh, similar to the new Uryu. Not Uryu. Ichigo. He's a 14 recharge unit and he's red. Oh, red getting some love here. Okay. Okay. So then the other two are going to be green and purple, perhaps. Because Ichigo and Rukia are blue and orange. So if they want to have one of each color, that'd be fine with me. I'd be chill with it.
time minus 14%. He also has the EX skill Berserker plus 30%. He is a ranged,
his model
strong
looks
attack
pretty
type
cool.
character whose attacks can only inflict paralysis plus, and his special move has a chance to insta-kill. His innate skills are Sprint plus 2, Havoc plus 20%, and Sharpshooter.
Does he have long stride though? The fun build. He has Sprinter plus 2, so that's 3 flash steps. Let's go. Havoc 20. Sharpshooter. You can take him anywhere you want. Hell yeah. What are the other ones?
Move Super Homing Vortex. Here's a list with the rest of his skills.
Okay. Team Party. Strong attack recharge 10%. Oh my goodness. On top of his 14. So he has 24% recharge. Just in his kit. That's crazy. And he's going to apply an extra 10. Ooh. Does it stack though? Does it stack? I would like to know that. Because if it does stack, it's 40 in the regular co-ops. And then in Epic Raids, 60%. Strong attack recharge. I don't think it'll stack. Not be. I think that might be too OP. Damn, that's wild though. You get an extra 10%. Yo, don't sneeze at no 10%. This is gonna be quite useful. All status elements. There he goes. 200%. Oh, it's not shared though. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Frenzy plus 3 and bombardment plus 1. I'm not seeing long stride though. We'll see. It's further down below. It is! Yes! Yes! Fun build is here. I mean, you can always double up on the long stride. However, I like to add it if characters don't have it. It's just so useful having long stride. So I can just give him either SP or full stamina damage boost. He has increased status element chance against Arankars. Damage to paralyzed enemies, 80%. Or you can give him this one, double up again. He'll be probably doing 100 with that 20% extra boost if you give him on the Link 15 or 20. An SP 100%. SP boost 100. He's the third character now to have this.
Now, let's see this character in action.
Ooh, let's go.
Can inflict paralysis plus with all of his attacks, allowing him to stop his enemies in their tracks.
Yo, that's what we'll be seeing. Just half torso and then a half eyeball. He looks funny. I'm not gonna lie.
And take the advantage
Kinda
in
goofy.
battle. Also, thanks to the plus
oh, there he is.
Effect.
There he is. Oh my gosh. The freaking ad. Alright, skip. They got me.
Paralysis plus can be inflicted on enemies already afflicted with another status ailment, pushing their disadvantage further and allowing Jutaro to exploit that.
Oh, his
weakness.
one is a gather.
He has the extremely powerful Frenzy plus 3 and increased strong attack damage plus 80%.
That's a full screen.
Enabling
His
him
3.
to deal massive damage with his strong attacks.
He's a range.
Additionally, his EX skill Berserker plus 30% further
Ooh,
boosts
it's a gather
his strong
into a
attack damage.
smash.
His second strong attack is a superior strong attack that deals greater damage than standard ones.
There's the spikes right
He
here.
can also utilize the EX move Super Homing Vortex to automatically
my
trap
God.
enemies and unleash wide area attacks.
He
With
has
his high hit count.
Oh my God.
His second strong attack is exceptional.
This
at
juice
inflicting
is
status
freaking
ailments on
useful as
enemies.
hell.
With bombardment plus 1 and powerful skills
He's
such
OP.
as status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 100%, damage to paralyzed
He's gonna be
enemies
doing a
plus
lot of
80%,
damage too.
and weakened defense, Jushiro can deal devastating damage with
Damn.
a special move.
Yeah.
In addition to his
Oh,
soul
there's
trait
the,
and strong attack
insta-kill
recharge
thing.
time minus 14%, his EX skill Berserker plus 30% can be shared with other characters through character links.
The
And he is
homie
equipped
Juice.
to the first
He
character
got
link
some
slot,
love.
making him an excellent choice to boost their strong attack damage output. Available for the first time as a skill, Jushiro has Team/Party Strong Attack Recharge 10%.
There it is. Yep.
He also boasts the ability to nullify all status ailments with all status ailment resistances
Even
to 100%
the pluses.
and possesses other useful skills.
Oh, he's
such
gonna
as
be a
long
meta
stride and
Guild
the
Quest
innate skill
character.
Sharpshooter, allowing him to navigate
Oh my gosh,
various
look at that
quests
vortex.
with ease. Equipped with a Rancor Killer
quite
and
massive.
the ability to deal significant damage with his strong attacks and special
Ooh,
moves,
he
Jushiro
just
shines in
melts
high
through them.
difficulty quests like Guild Quests with a Rancor Killer and increased
He's the
range
one?
damage rules. Next,
Or the
let's look
two.
more closely at
It
his
is a-
attacks. Here are the normal attacks.
Oh my gosh, they did the homie Juice well. He's pretty useful here. Unlike really in the story.
Nope.
I mean, he sacrificed himself and then got almost immediately. That was kind of whack. That was the whack part about Jushiro's ending. I was like, what? That's lame. He used his last day survival and then got snuffed out immediately. So it was kind of redundant. Not in the game though. Oh, here they are. I was right. Red, green, and purple. I was right. Let's go. Green and purple getting some love along with red. So we got one new OP character for each attribute. Oh, yes. Let's go, K-Lab. Because in the past, they've done like an attribute back to back, which I always thought was weird. Because why would you do that? Like, there's five attributes. Have 5 new characters. But no, they've done like 2 blues in one. I said, what? Hell no. Now they finally did 1 new character per attribute. Hell yeah.
His normal attacks are a string of 4 ranged attacks.
Oh, the last basic is a wide one. A wide
now for the
beam attack-ish.
Strong attack 1 gathers enemies in front of the character and inflicts damage.
That's a good crowd control ability to have.
Here is the second strong attack. His second strong attack surrounds the character and attacks forward.
It's like a wide cone attack. Or like horizontal slash. That's what it looks like to me. It's a giant wow.
This attack is a superior strong attack.
Yeah.
Here is the third strong attack.
Full
this
screen.
attack goes full screen.
Yo, if they made the eyeball open up, that'd be an extra creepy factor. By the ending of the strong attack, so as the strong attack is going, the eyeball opens up. You know, like whoa! And once it's fully active, the eyeball, bam, fully open. That'd be extra creepy like this. Warida.
Finally, his special move, right arm of the Soul King.
Mimihagi-sama.
Mimihagi-sama. There he goes. Alright, he got the Soul King. Oh my gosh, a freaking another one.
Growing a startup is tough.
Okay. Back to full screen, here we go.
That wraps it up for Jushiro.
Hey, let's go, Juice.
Now for Renji.
Oh, excellent pose there. We got some dynamic action going on here. This is right with his fight with Uryu. This is when he's about to do his, I think his ult right here. That fight was amazing. I love that fight. Probably my favorite one from this new season. Season 3 or Core 3. Homie Renji showing off. And we got to see new Uryu as well. We actually got to see him fight. That was wild.
Renji is a technique attribute character.
Quincy Killer Plus makes sense. Okay, he's SP, not PvP. Okay. Zagai Zeko. This is a new ability. With Orochio and he heals Grasp, Renji swings to create an immense storm of spiritual pressure, dealing immense damage and inflicting burn and laceration. He's got double status elements. So burn DPS and then laceration DPS and then locks down strong attacks for bosses. He's going to be also a meta Guild Quest character. Oh my gosh. He has an EX skill too. Woo.
So with Quincy Killer Plus, his soul trait is strong attack recharge.
It is damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%. Yo, he can merge with Beach Bay Bambi. Strong attack. He's a recharge 14 too. That's 3 now with the Rukia. No, 4. Ichigo is 14 too. Are they all gonna be 14 recharge? That's crazy. That's a first. That's a first. I love recharge. I love it a lot. So I'm glad that they can all be useful for any other character, just with their soul trait alone. Hell yes. Hell yes. I like this.
Time minus 14%.
I like this a
lot. He also has the EX skill, damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%.
40%.
He is a ranged, strong attack type character whose
another range
attacks, strong attack 2, and EX move can inflict.
Oh, hello, Mikas LTU. Hang on, let me see. Look at that. Mikas L2. Thank you very much for the sub, brother. Let me acknowledge you there. Yo, what's going on, homeboy? Byak Biggest Glazer. Yep, he's here. You have arrived. Check. Have you seen the new banner, man? Yo, this thing is wild. I am liking it. Down to 0, baby.
Acknowledge me.
There we go. That was for the homie Mikas. Thank you very much. It was a little delayed, but it was there.
Lacerate plus, while his strong attack 1, strong attack 3, and special move can inflict, lacerate, and burn.
So then his 2 is going to be not a boost.
Nope.
Damn, okay. Wait, why did he say? Oh. So only 3 abilities do the double status element. And then his NAD and his 2 only do bleed. Interesting. Renji is end of year Ichigo, but kind of worse. I haven't seen him. I'm just getting to the Renji part right now. I just passed Jushiro. Jushiro, he's pretty useful. A lot more than he was in the manga, you know, in the anime. Hey man, it is what it is. I like the Jushiro. He's pretty cool. Now we're getting on to Renji. Sprinter plus 1, Havoc 20. What is this? What is that little button? We'll see. Oliver will explain.
Havoc plus 20%.
Oh, he's got sharpshooter.
Plus, he has the EX move, massive spiritual pressure boost.
That's what that is. Okay, so he has a similar to the purple Ichigo, his EX move. Death Battle said that Byakuya Renewed is top 6. He said Grammy is worse than Byakuya. I don't know who Death Battle is. I'm here to look at these characters. If they're good, I'll enjoy them. If not, I'll still enjoy them because they're here. They're brand new. 1,000 Year Blood War, you know, they're special. They're bringing in references from the anime itself, which is canon. That's good. How's it going, Mikas? Just over here enjoying the new character reveals for end of the month. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? You have your orbs saved up? What's your question about BBS? I have a potential answer.
Here's a list with the rest of his skills.
Okay, he got Berserker 60. He's weak and immune completely. Soul Reaper Resonance. Okay, this is a stackable one. The 9th anniversary Toshiro. What do you mean 9th anniversary Toshiro? Oh, the zombie one, the remake? Zosh? The one that came out with Sunflower Mayuri and Rangiku? Zombie form? That one? 9th anniversary Tosh, though. Your top 5, homeboy, is Kenny, Byakuya, Renewed, Ichigo, Rukia, Aizen, end of year, Ichigo. That's 1, 2, 3. End of the year. Not this one? Oh, the Toshiro that came out with Soifone and Sajin. Let me see. They should have it somewhere here. Where is it? Here. Videos. Not this one, right? This one? No, you said Sajin and oh yes, yes, the purple one, the hollow one. The Hollow Tosh. I think I know which one you're talking about. I'm recalling this one. Yes, this one. I'm recalling now. It's coming back to me. Yes, this one. He's pretty good. What's your question, my guy? So this was round 2 for last year's anniversary. Oh, you're confused about his skills? All right, we can check it out. Let that ad play.
Check out how this app helped me buy whatever I want in my
Yeah.
Limited money
Ninja.
makes it so you can get what you want from the game.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, we'll look at it after this here. Yeah, we got Homeboy here. He knows what's up too. You can ask away in the chat. So he has Frenzy +3, Bombardment. Oh no, he's got the Debilitator 2 seconds. Damn. That's the weakest one. That's not the best one.
Nope.
You either want to get 5 seconds or now 7 seconds. Those are the good debilitators worth having. At least in my opinion. The 2-second one, I don't think it really lasts that long. He has a skill team party status element affected enemy boost of 40%. And if you have another purple character who boosts status element affected enemies boost. So does the stack, or is it the stack double, or is it still only 40%? You're 41 days in, but I'm a nerd and almost 300 levels. Oh damn, you just started, Homeboy. Holy shit. You're already level 300. You've been grinding away. The team party status element effect as 40%. Yeah, it'll stack. If someone else has the same thing, yeah, it should stack. To my understanding, it should stack. Similar to like this one right here, this Soul Reaper Resonance. If you have another character, like another NG or another character that has this one, it'll stack up. So it'll go 10, 20, 30, 40 if you're in regular co-ops, or up to 60% if you're in epic raids. Yeah, so if he has that shared team party, all the team party ones will stack together. At least to my understanding.
Now, let's see this character.
Oh, he has Poise Break. Oh, he has Poise too. SP80. Oh, damn, maybe Renji got the shaft here. Pause. He has increased status element chance against Quincy's. And then damage to lacerated enemies, 80%. No long stride though. Damn, we'll see his kit. Boosters and skills are different things. Oh, yep. Uryu got the shaft the worst? Oh my gosh.
In action.
Don't tell me that. This is brand new Uryu here.
Inflict, lacerate, and burn with his...
This is that 2-stage strong attack, like the one that the Ichigo has, that purple one, and the Kenpachi from last year's anniversary. Yeah, this is superior strong attack too, though. I'll take a look at it.
First and third strong attacks, as well as his special move.
Ooh, his one's a line attack.
Both status ailments will
deal
a dash. Continuous damage to those inflicted.
A dash
as well
on
as
his
prevent
too.
Them from using...
Ooh, yo, that one is wide. It's a wide and a long pause attack. The 2 is a dash though. I don't know how I feel about that. Then here's the 3.
Their strong attacks. As a plus type
Oh,
status ailment,
yo, visually?
on his normal attack,
Visually,
attack,
that was
EX
phenomenal.
Can also be stacked with other status ailments.
Freaking Zabimaru coming out there.
Inflict and lacerate on enemies.
Or Orochio,
the
snake part.
Status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 80%. When this is combined with the powerful damage to lacerated enemies plus 80%.
Oh, there it is.
EX skill.
Oh, it's his Zagatepo. His 3 is his previous ult. Yo, that's pretty cool. I like that. Just from a visual perspective and an art design, I like that a lot. Accurate to the lore. You're just confused about 10th anniversary Ichigo and that Toshiro's soul bomb. Let's see. You saw and tested that Toshiro soul bomb. Excuse me. Is way above 10th anniversary Ichigo, but I was thinking Ichigo should be above because of bombardment +2 and weaken defense and soul bomb. But you were wrong. What did your test comprise of? Was it just were they naked? Did they have no accessories or links? Did you have the same? If they did you have the same stuff as well? And Guild Quest? Did you run the same links and accessories on both in your test? Because if you didn't, then there could be some discrepancies there in your testing. So only change the character itself. Because yeah, the Ichigo should have a stronger ult. Although in Guild Quest the ults are nerfed already. You can't really nuke anymore.
Nope.
In Guild Quest, that nuking meta is gone. I never got to really try it out because I didn't have new characters. So that was lame. They both had same links. Your Toshiro is 1 less. Oh, you're 3 of 5 versus 4 of 5. Yeah, that affects your special move level damage. The having the 3 of 5 versus a 4 of 5. Yeah. Definitely. Once you get to 1 and 2 and 5, your overall DPS will be significantly increased. At 3 and 4 of 5, the general overall DPS is negligible. Although for ultimates, that's the different story. Because the more copies you have, the stronger your ult will be. You know? You did in normal Guild Quest? Toshiro watched all 5 waves, and Ichigo nuke until 4th wave. Were the status elements applied when you ulted? Or was it just out of nowhere? Or from the get-go, no status element applied just yet, no SP boost triggered? Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%. His damage output increases.
Oh, his range is pretty cool.
Renji's EX move, Massive Spiritual Pressure Boost, also allows him to boost his spiritual pressure by 100% for 10 seconds. Unleashing this and then making use of his
That's awesome.
strong attack, a superior strong attack.
I'll let the 3 play just to see the entire animation of that Zagatepo.
The 2-stage charge attack on his 3rd strong attack and his special move can result in explosive damage. With powerful skills like Frenzy plus 3 and increased strong attack damage plus 60%, Renji excels at dealing massive damage through his strong attacks. His special move also really packs a punch thanks to bombardment plus 1 and weakened defense. In addition to his soul trait, strong attack recharge time plus 14%, his EX skill, EX damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, can be shared with other characters through character links when he is equipped to the first character link slot, making him an excellent link for characters who can inflict lacerate.
Even without letting it play, that's a large AoE coverage he has. Full stamina boost and SP. What are the links? Yeah. 2 skills, weaken defense and full stamina damage boost on both of them. Same build on both. Accessories. So you had full stamina boost. So that's Tenshintai with SP accessories. Did you have the Soul Reaper badge? Resurrected? Yeah, the extra skill also comes into play. So you had SP accessories, so the pill, probably the sticker killer for whatever you were doing. And then the T set. And then full stand boost on both characters. Oh yeah, you just wanted to test out the nuke. Yeah, that tries out. Yep, full stamina. Ah, okay, so it was just a legit ult run on normal mode. Ah, okay. I see. And then your Toshiro cleared faster or cleared more than your Ichigo. And who's 3 of 5? Your Toshiro is 3 of 5, and your Ichigo is 4 of 5. And your Toshiro did more damage. They had the same build, homeboy. They both had the same build, the same accessories, the same links. All he did was just swap out the characters. And then went into the middle, nuked, and see how far he got with that. Interesting. Huh. That's weird. You run some tests here, my guy. Nice. I like that. You read up on the stats and skills, brother? Nah, he says they have the same skills. They both have a full stamina damage boost and then SP. You counted Toshiro soul bomb damage, overall stats, it's 271. Ichigo is 201. Huh. Oh no! Uryu is a PvP character. Damn. We're about to see that, brother. I haven't seen it yet. We're watching Renji stuff right now.
200%, allowing him to nullify the weakness status ailment, and Poise Break except Brave Battles to go head-to-head against enemies with Poise. Renji shines in
no, you good, brother. You good. One of them was gonna get the shaft, the PvP
and the Limit Breaker quest.
treatment.
Next, let's look more closely at his attacks. Here are the normal attacks. His normal attacks are a string of full ranged attacks.
Yo, the sword changes into the snake. The snake portion. The blade changes into the snake portion. That's awesome. I like that. Similar to his Shikai. Only it's just the skull bones. The snake bones. That's a great touch right there. It's like a whiplash.
Now for the strong attacks. His first strong attack is 2 attacks that deal damage straight ahead.
Oh, it's a 2-parter. Oh, there it is. Yep. Is the line and then the explosion.
Is the second strong attack. The second strong attack surrounds the character and attacks forward to then inflict further damage by surrounding him once more. This attack is a superior strong attack.
The superior dash.
Here is the third strong attack.
We'll see.
This strong attack is a 2-stage charge attack.
That's awesome. Let it play all the way so you can see that Zagatepo. Oh,
finally,
yo, that's awesome.
Move,
I like that. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Hell yeah, let's go. Renji getting some love, baby. Representing Squad 6, the GOAT squad, the best squad in all the 13 Court Guard squads. And here we have Uryu standing all smugly, looking down at you. He is in his Volt standing form. The first time we see him in Volt standing here in BBS, which is a W. And again, man, I gotta say, their military outfit, straight fire. I like their outfits. They're so freaking clean. and they're commanding as well. That's what I like about the Quincy's. They have that drip, as the YNs will say nowadays. They have that drip. It's on point. Yo, these pretty cool, man. He's here. He's finally here.
Is a heart attribute character.
He's a double killer. Stern Ritter and Soul Reaper. Purple. So does he counter? I don't know. I guess Mila Rose is still gonna be stronger than him. Killer wise. Feathers. There it is. There's an ad. Feathersvinger. Uryu Feather traps his enemies, extracts their spiritual pressure, and then deals immense damage.
With Stone Ritter and Soul Reaper killers. His soul trait is damage taken -20.
Bruiser 30. And DR 21. There it is. He's the PvP character. Well, at least we know that a PvE character has to be done. A PvE version. Probably in the fight against Hoshwalt, we'll see. We'll see him come out. Oh my gosh. Damn, Uryu, he's the new PvP GOAT. Let's look at his skills.
21%. He also has the EX skill, Bruiser plus 30%.
He is a ranged, normal attack type character.
Whoa, what happened there, Oliver? You went to the potato mic?
And his innate skills are sprint +1, long reach +1%.
Long reach, sharpshooter. Oh, he's ranged. Oh, he has no freaking status elements though. He has persistence, increased NAD 40, DR 21, half damage at half stamina 50%. Opening stat boost. That's new. Block boosts and debuffs. That's what the Red Renji has. Persistence breaker. Oh, he's a range now? So now, Orihime, Askin, and now this Uryu. All 3 range characters. You probably just only need them 3, and you can mop the floor in PvP with everybody. Oh my gosh. They made freaking range characters relevant in PvP. That's so OP. You're gonna have the Shihoing shield on everybody.
Of his skills.
He has persistence breaker.
Now.
Ignore brave battle invincibility. Brave battle invincibility 10 seconds. Flurry +3, poise, and pierce barrier. Yo, he's got everything. Just slap more attack on him. That's it. Call it a day. Oh my goodness. This Uryu is already OP. And he doesn't have any status elements. He doesn't need them.
Uryu is exceptionally well suited.
Okay, let's see. What the? Why don't you have... I want to see 3 ranged characters. Dude, the new PvP meta is just going to be 3 ranged characters versus 3 ranged characters.
Suited to brave battles, as he has defensive skills such as brave battle.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that? He one-shotted Askin. Oh my gosh. That was crazy.
Invincibility.
I didn't think that was possible.
Only persistence that grant him the staying power to withstand even the fiercest of attacks. He also has Brave Battles Only, Persistence Breaker, Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility, and Brave Battles Only, Prevent Last-Ditch Survival to negate the defensive capabilities of his opponents.
Uryu's meta
possesses the newly introduced skill, Brave Battles Only,
Uryu's meta.
Which temporarily enhances his attack,
for how long though?
Focus stats at the start of the battle. Combining this with the powerful Brave Battles Only.
Look at that. Yep. You, my gosh, he cuts through them like butter. You just need him at least 2 of 5. Nah, 3 of 5, because you want to get attack, focus, and then defense. Does he even need defense though? That's the question.
Nope.
Doesn't look like it. So probably just 2 of 5. If you have him 2 of 5 with attack and focus, you mop the floor with the majority of the teams here. Damn. That's crazy. Okay, let me see. What were you guys talking about? I was here mesmerized by this gameplay here, seeing how OP Uryu was. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Oh, the Jushiro Soul Bomb. Oh, wait. Well, let's gotta go up higher. Okay. PvP Uryu. That bombardment 2 was tricky for me. Ah, well, was that the issue you found out? He not getting anything, and in Core 4 2. Meek. How did you use Ichigo? He's close as fuck to Toshiro. Jushiro and Renji are Byakuya renewed victims. Middle. Okay. Ichigo ult should be used last to get 5 waves. There were more guild quests and not nightmare or very hard. You know, you use this 2 and 3. Oh yeah, there's an order. There's an order to use that Ichigo stuff. I really don't pay attention to all that stuff. I just go and clear. I don't want to be breaking brain cells trying to get things right. See. It was just a soul bomb damage test. I get you, Mikas. See. Ichigo should clear all waves because of bombardment +2, but he didn't. Normal mode. Okay. Yeah, homeboy. It was just a test to run the ultimate. I'm understanding. Bomb is not hitting 2 like Frenzy 3, rather damage. You could get Orihime 505 because she's in the pool. Bombardment does not equal Frenzy or lasting longer. Okay, I'm almost caught up. I know what you mean. Rather, bombardment +2 equals damage. Oh, the ult damage. Okay. Toshiro Soul Bomb damage is Devastation 50. Bombardment +1. So that's 150. Because I think bombardment is 100% extra damage on your ult, right? Or am I incorrect? That's how I've always understood it. Let's see. Team party affected enemies boost 40%. Damage to frozen +100. Weakened defense SP 80. Yeah, the Ichigo should do more damage because he has the SP 100 and he has weakened plus and he has frenzy +3. Oh, Ichigo doesn't have devastation. He only has bomb 2 ants. So the 10th anniversary Ichigo Soul Bomb damage. Full stamina damage boost 50%. Bombardment +2. Weakened defense. SP boost 100. And he has weakened plus. Alright, homeboy saying it's the weakened defense skill. Yeah, because the weakened defense on top of the weakened plus will yield. It should yield you more damage. And yet the Toshiro still outdamaged the Ichigo. Interesting. I wonder if there is an issue there with that Ichigo. I'm not sure. PvP is going to change again.
Makes him capable of stopping his enemies from both boosting themselves
and
debuffing them throughout the fight.
I guess Askin is
trait, damage taken -21%.
Who to use the counter for him?
EX skill EX Bruiser +30% can be shared with other characters through character links when he is equipped to the first character link slot, making him highly effective as a link for normal attack focused characters. In addition to his ability.
Okay, so I think you want to have Uryu, probably Renji, because they both block boosts. Renji blocks, I believe, red and green boosts. Uryu should block purple and orange. So only blue boosters again should be working. Yo, Chad is still OP. He's gonna be the meta again. Blue Chad, never dying.
Nope.
He's gonna be lasting forever.
Uryu boasts increased normal attack damage plus 40%.
How he does
and
against
the EX
Yama.
skill, EX Bruiser plus 30%.
Oh my gosh.
As well as two
Dude,
killer
nobody
effects,
stands a chance.
Stern Ritter Killer and Soul Reaper Killer. With such raw firepower, it makes
Yo,
him stand out.
his attack speed is insanely faster than everybody. At least that's what it feels to me. No, my red chat. He's gonna be useless. Damn it. But I have him 5 of 5 with 3-star defense. Finally. I finally got this guy with 3-star defense. Now you're telling me I gotta replace him? Man. So I need to get the Uryu then if I want to win in PvP.
Option for dealing heavy damage
Oh my
in a
gosh,
variety
dude.
of different scenarios. Next, let's
The
look more
Uryu
closely
can
at
out
his
DPS the
attacks.
Askin.
Here are the normal attacks. His normal attacks are
Yo, his nat string is fast.
4 ranged attacks.
Or at least it looks fast. It feels fast. Oh my gosh, yep.
Now for the strong attacks. Strong attack 1 deals damage straight ahead.
There's a single arrow. Yeah. His strong attacks don't really matter. It's
Here
mostly
is
about
the
his
second
nat.
strong attack. His second strong attack surrounds the
Sprenger?
character and attacks forward.
Is that a cone? No, it's a circle. That's a 960?
Here is the third strong attack.
Full
strong
screen.
attack 3 deals damage around the
No.
character.
Oh, it's a wider AoE. Oh, damn freaking spam callers. Leave me alone, man.
Finally, his special move, Feather Swinger.
Oh, that's when he gets Ranji. Oh no! No, don't do it, Uryu! No!
And set up for Uryu.
Oh, that's when he got the homie Ranji.
And those were the character intros for the 10th
Damn.
anniversary special 1000 Year Blood War Xena Summons Manifestation. As already
Is
mentioned,
that it?
this summons will be available from the 31st of July.
Yep,
So
Thursday.
check it out when it comes out. See
Bye.
you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Oliver. Bye. Thank you, Oliver. Make sure to go show some support to the channel. Sub, give him a thumbs up. Wow. What a banner. Round 2, 10th anniversary. Yo, I didn't really like how this fight ended. The homie Renji, he tried his hardest. I was rooting for Renji. I was like, let's go, Renji, let's go. Because we never saw that side of Renji. He was going all out. Hell yeah. And then Uryu, he didn't even use his freaking, his A, which was whack. Damn, that sucks. So in the end, Uryu still could have beaten him easily. Damn. He didn't use his antithesis. Damn it. That was a tough pill to swallow. Although, it was great to see Uryu actually fighting. Because we never saw that dude fighting at all in the manga.
Nope.
He just disappeared at the beginning and then showed up as a traitor. And then Ichigo was like, Uryu! Uryu! Explain yourself! He's like, bye, Bish. And then he fought Jugrum, and that was it. We're like, what? What have you been doing this whole time, my guy? And now we know. He fought Renji at one point. We got to see how strong Uryu actually got. Bull standing Uryu. Because throughout this whole time, Uryu hadn't really shown any OP-ness. Overpoweredness there. Oh my gosh. Pause on that. Pause on that. My verbiage there was incorrect. Double buzzer. Oh my goodness. No overpoweredness until we saw this fight. The first fight with Ichigo was like, because Ichigo had already fought Ewok. And so then he used his wall standing for the first time. But we didn't really get to see it, the showcasing of it, until his fight with Renji. We were like, oh my gosh, he's actually strong now. Finally, after seeing him not be strong following the Soul Society arc, we got to see him actually be strong once again. So that's a big W for Uryu. W for Renji as well, even though he lost. That was lame. I was hoping like, please don't take out Renji, not the homie Renji. No, he's so awesome. He's the best lieutenant out there. Then he took that L. I was like, oh, damn. Jushiro is gonna be useful, definitely. A lot more useful in BBS than he was in the manga. And in the anime at that. He died in like 2 seconds. That was sad. I was like, damn it, Jushiro, you sacrificed yourself for Nathan. For Nathan, essentially. You just stopped the world from ending for 2 seconds, and then it went back to ending. What was the point of that? I'm just nitpicking, though. I would have liked to see Jushiro fight, actually. I would have been probably better. And then his last chance would have been like, you know what? I'm going to save the Soul Society. I'll sacrifice myself. After he had fought, right? After he'd gone all out against a Quincy or a Sternredder, one of the top brasses. We didn't get that, though. Unfortunately, we did not. He's like, oh no, the Soul Society's dying. Don't worry, I got this. And then he gets got instantly. I said, that's whack. Jushiro, that was kind of a lame way to go. They did him dirty. They did the homeboy Juice dirty. Not in BBS, though. BBS, he's OP. And then his Beyond Bankai version, too. Is also pretty damn powerful. All right. Let me see. Let me catch up on some more chats. Let's see. 10th anniversary, Ichigo destroyed Toshiro in every way, just not in nuking. I can't imagine Blue Chad losing.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. He's gonna be meta forever. Until they bring in another Chad to usurp the current Blue Chad. Oh man. 10th anniversary Jushiro, soul bomb damage, devastation 80, bombardment +1, damage to paralyzed enemies 80%. Yep. SP boost 100. Yeah, he's the third character now to have SP 100. I don't think Uryu has that. Let me see. He shouldn't, because he's not an SP. We know Renji didn't get it. Where's his stats? Let's go back here. Whoops. Here we go.
Of his skills. Now?
Yeah, he has SP 80. Damn. He got the regular treatment. And he got 2-second debilitator. Kind of feeling some slight disrespect here towards the homie Renji. If they make an updated version where they treat him well, I can excuse this one. If they don't, though, some disrespect there for the homie. You'll put some respect on his name. Kubo loves Renji. Renji's one of his favorite characters. So don't disrespect the homie. Nope. He's part of Squad 6, the best squad. Part of Byakuya squad. The GOAT! The GOAT squad, baby! Show him some more respect. Alright, let's see. That's why Byakuya Renewed is way better than Ichigo, while Soul Bomb is bad. His skills he beats. Jushiro's kit sucks. Both are Byakuya victims. B will not be good people think. We got to see why Kubo's favorite Bankai is Renji's. Yep. That fight was phenomenal. I love that fight between Renji and Uryu. Even though it was an L for the homie, man. He still fought hard. Fought with heart. Yes! Yes, Renji! Let's freaking go! And Renji actually got to be more powerful. Because we only saw him use his Zagatepo once. And we didn't get to see him go all out with his Bankai. His new Bankai. Or his true Bankai. Until this fight with Uryu. We're like, oh my gosh! Renji knows more! More in terms of combat than what we've seen all throughout the entire manga or just the anime series. Because he would just do one stuff here and there. It was like the same. Oh, extend. He's not really good with Kido. Like, damn. Come on, Renji. Use more tactics. Use different tactics in your battles. And we actually got to see it play out in the anime with that fight against Uryu. So I love that fight. That's going to be one of my favorite fights from all of 1,000 Year Blood War. Seeing that Renji, like, we got to see some character development there. He actually used his brain and was using other skills and tactics to achieve victory. In the end, it didn't work out for him. However, there was improvement there. I was like, yes. I was satisfied with that fight. Even though he lost. Respect to the homie Renji. And respect to Udi, too. He did well, too. He's like, nah, I got this in the bag. Udi was not sweating it at all.
Nope.
He was like, man, you guys don't know how powerful I am. I've been getting disrespected by everybody all these years. Like, oh, Udi ain't shit. Oh, Udi's weak. All the player haters out there talking smack about me. Y'all know nothing. Just wait. Just wait. I'm going to make my mark with an important character. Renji, it has to be you. I'm sorry, brother. It's got to be you. No one else here will do. And he took him down. No, Renji, no. Still was a phenomenal fight on both ends. Both ends. GG's, man. GG's to both. I kind of think that end of the year we will get broken Bankai Yamamoto, maybe. You mean cut in half Yama? No diss to the homie. No diss. Uryu, he did get nerfed. Yo, you know they're gonna bring a PvE Uryu. They have to bring a PvE Uryu. They have to. This is just the first iteration of his Vol standing. He's a PvP. I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring a PvE Vol standing Uryu. I mean, why wouldn't they? It has to come. Let me see. His two halves will be one character each. Yep. Renji the GOAT. The best lieutenant out there, man. The best lieutenant. The deadliest duo, Aizen and Kisuke. Any doubts? Nope. Nah, man. They OP. Oh, wait. Don't forget about my Yuri. He can make a running. Make a... hang on. Because Aizen's plans are long-term. Aizen's plans are over the longevity. My Yuri can adapt quickly. He just needs 24 hours of information and bam! He can come up with a counter strategy immediately. Almost immediately. So my Yuri... And then my Yuri's hacks too. So my Yuri can make a run for your money. I throw in my Yuri up there too. Like they're the top 3. It can go either way. Kisuke is gonna be number 1. I think Kisuke is always number 1. And then number 2 and number 3, depending on the situation, will either be my Yuri or Aizen. That's just my opinion there. Yeah, fanboy Grammy. What are you on about? Yes, Kisuke can definitely outsmart my Yuri. I'm talking about my Yuri and Aizen though. That the fight is right there. Kisuke is gonna be number 1. He's on top. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's there. He's the number 1 guy in terms of intelligence, strategy, and tactics. Easily Kisuke. Number 2 and number 3 though, that's where you get into Aizen or my Yuri. Boom. Because we saw Aizen's plan. Aizen's plan was in the long haul, in the long run. And he did some stuff here and there, to turn back the pendulum, and all the experiments he was doing. Aizen IQ is Kira level, but is carried by his hacks. I have a hard question about Bleach. Oh, shoot. Potential answer, Mikas. Potential answer. What's your question? How will Ichibe Bankai or Ichimonji work on Hogyoku? Okay, so his Bankai is his white tip sword. Pause. Oh my gosh. My phrasing today is off. God damn it. Because his Shikai, what we would think is his Shikai, is actually his Bankai. Ichimonji Shirafude. So, I don't think that's enough to defeat the Hogyoku. Because the Hogyoku works on your internal will, right? Whatever you desire is what the Hogyoku will bring into reality. All right, you guys. Hydrate up, hydrate up. You guys ready? Do you guys have orbs? What can we switch over to? Let me see. Instead of just having this on. Let me pull up some BBS right now. Yes. 1,000 orbs. Oh no! Are these some characters you want though? You want to go down to 0? I think y'all should be able to see this. Yeah, there we go. Game is loading up. Oh, I wonder if I changed the song here. I think I did. I should have changed it. If not, I'll change it before I get got.
Bleach Brave Souls.
Brave Souls. Excuse me. Ooh, there's a download. Oh, we're on reset too. The game reset. Oh, you want Jushiro? Hey, let's go. You can check out the banner. Who's in the pool? Yo, normally whenever 3 male characters. Oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, let's go, baby. Clean. My mind is made up. Better finger. No, Reggie, no! Don't do it, Uryu! No, you bastard! I've now become the right arm. The Soul King himself. There he is. And then immediately gets got by Iwa. Oh, that was lame, man.
Bleach Brave Souls.
Hell yeah. Oh no, I did it. Alright, let me change the song. Updated version. We'll have to look at this. Or you get me song. Oh damn. Okay, hang on. Let's go. Today's a photo print round 4. Choose. Oh, it's a 6-star. Why can't it be a 5-star? I'm trying to get 5 stars here. All right, give me 15 soul tickets, baby. Beautiful artwork here. Rukia looking regal and beautiful. Okay, login day 29. Give me that. All right, let me change this damn song before I get got again because of it. Okay, 2850 login days. Let me go to... Where is it? Oh, music. Title screen. Okay, I changed it. I can change it to something. Home screen? Yes! Home screen. We're good. There we go. Okay, I saved myself from getting that damn copyright claim. Oh my gosh, that was whack. Let's see what we have. Some updated news. Okay, let me see. Yes, they are limited, and 10th anniversary Ichigo and Rukia are premiums anyway, so I can get them from tickets. Facts. But K-Lab doing smooth as fuck transitions. You can get Rukia and Ichigo from the BBS tickets. That's exactly how my brother got them. Yep. I tried doing that in my summoning stream, and to no avail. 7,011 BBS tickets. No 10th anniversary character.
Nope.
That was wild. Oh, they did remove him from the ticket? Ah, boo. Let me see. 10th anniversary. This tells us who the pool is in. Oh, yeah. 731. Okay, here we go. Oh, they're doing individuals too. And they won't be back for another at least 2 to 3 months. Then Renji's next. Udiu is last. Okay, let's look at the main banner. Who is in the pool? Bitty 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 bitty. Damn, look at all this text they keep adding. They'll be freaking adding dissertations here. Oh my gosh, look at that. All this explanation. It's just gonna confuse new players. That's how they have it in red here. Jushiro's red. Right arm of the Soul King. 14 recharge. That's pretty goated. Alright, let's look at the pool banner. Who's in here? Damn, he has double killer though. No one has freaking human killer. So then humans are still freaking viable in PvP. They're still pretty useful. Only Renji has a human killer. Oh, what's this? Oh, here it is. Brave battles only. Oh, it's the opening stat boost. You get a temporary boost to attack, defense, and focus. A visual effect shows when the skill is active. Oh, that's what it's gonna look like. How long does it last though? If this skill is different, this skill is different to boost technique. So it can be activated at the same time as a boost and is not nullified by a debuff. Stat boosts from this skill are lost after a set period of time or when the character who has the skill is knocked down. Oh, man. Oh, the GOAT's here. I can get him 5 of 5. Let's go. I can get more copies of this Ichigo too. I don't have her.
Nope.
That broad. Oh, okay. Briefcase man. The Glock holder. And Neymar. Second version. Isn't he pretty OP in Guild Quest? I can get this Bambi with 3-star SP, so another dupe wouldn't be bad. And Aizen. I think I have him 1 or 2 of 5. More copies of him, of course, are accepted. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. I have half the pool characters here. So 6 new characters for me up for grabs. They're going to be brand new. And the other 6 are dupes. Which I would accept. He's a potion, right? I think I have him 4 or 5. I really wouldn't need another potion or another version. Another dupe of this Udio. So as long as I don't get him, I'm okay getting this dupe, that dupe, that dupe, that one. Not a bad banner. And he's a 35 nad, right? So he's an excellent link. I wouldn't mind getting him either. And then he's really good for Guild Quest. And she's really good in PvP. I need to have at least... Damn, because he's gonna... There's Udiu and then there's Askin too. He's a counter to Askin. So I would like to have at least 2 copies of her. To even consider putting her in my team. Gonna be the regular, 6%. 150. Okay, so we need at least 1100 orbs to go to 5 steps. So if you have 1100 orbs, Mikas, you can go to 5 steps and get 1 5-star guaranteed to get one of these. Or the 1% chance of the other characters, which, trust me, that's happened to me before. It's ridiculous. I get a little salty about it every time. Okay. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty good banner. We got the GOAT. 3 new fantastic characters. Despite Udiu getting the PvP treatment, I'm certain they're going to bring a PvE Udiu. No doubt about it. So we'll just have to be patient until that Uryu arrives. For now, who do I want more? I think I want the Renji the most. Renji, Jushiro, and then Uryu. Yeah. Although, like I was saying earlier, anytime it's a triple male banner, I never get any of the new characters, the main banner. I always get the side characters in the pool. Which I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Those are the draw rates. When it's Beach Babe time though, or any triple female character banner, no issues. I get one or all of them in, I think, 5 steps, usually 5 to 10 steps. So there's a drawback. I get the majority of the female characters, not the majority of the male characters. Hey, I'm fine with that. That's cool. I want more waifus than husbandos anyways. So if I could get more Bambis, that'd be great. I want to get 3-star SP, then she'll be completely perfect and done. And then if I get her 5 of 5 in this banner, I wouldn't mind either. Because then I would have one range character in my damn PvP team. Instead of 3 melees that are just ineffective against these freaking ranged meta characters in PvP. Gosh darn it. Not that I really take PvP all that serious though. I just do my dailies and that's it. I bounce on out of there. Okay, where am I? Am I behind? Okay, no, I'm caught up. Let me see. You got 8 out of 10? Or for what? Oh, the new banner. Pick it, right? The artwork one? What did they update? Let me see. Rukia Kushki Epic Raid. Special Limited Guild Quest. What is this? Have we done it? Available from the 4th to the 10th. Oh, it's a new one. Oh, we did do the first one then. It had the freezing plus. Yeah, we done the first one. And the other one. Okay, yeah, we did that. Guild Quest schedule got updated. Let's see, who's in that ticket? Oh, hello! We can do a free multi. Free! Here it is. Photo print round 3. I have almost all of them. Was it this one? Or is it in my gift box? It is in my gift box. Okay. Photo print round 4. That's who it is. Oh, they did 50 orbs for 10th anniversary Bankai Live. The live stream views campaign for this. Thank you. I will gratefully accept that. So now, right here. Who's in here? Whoa, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. I don't really want any of them. Characters.
Nope.
I guess we'll wait. We'll wait for when they do add the new characters. Damn. I got him 5 of 5. He's too old. I already got the GOAT 5 of 5. I think I got him 5 of 5. Maybe a dupe of him just to get 3-star SP. I got him 5 of 5, purple, 3-star SP. Maybe another one of him. I have him at 2-star SP. He's kind of old. I don't even use that Uryu at all.
Nope.
I think I have him like 3 of 5. He's not really worth obtaining, in my opinion. Damn, alright. See what we get. for step 8 of the free seasonal summon. Rainbow, please. It's alright, we got Nathan. No worries, no worries. Not really expecting much out of the free summon. Free! Free! I'm still waiting for... Ooh, we got a month. Once we finish these free summons, I'm gonna use this ticket. Because I could get one of these characters from there. On the free one. So I'm gonna hold out and wait. Beep, 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 beep. Alrighty. Hey, yo, let's go. Login days 2850. 30 orbs. Collect, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah. New event. Oh, don't forget to do this special anniversary co-op. How many rounds do we have to do? 150. What? Why is it new? This was already released. Did they update something on this? Or maybe because I've just logged into the PC version of it. Yeah. Because I already saw this one on my phone. That should be stuff. Weeklies, dailies. Bam. Yo, they're giving us a lot more tickets now too. We get 5, 10, 15, 20. And then the view and add one, 25 extra tickets from doing orders. Oh, now it's 3. It used to be 2. I do 5 anyways. I'll get them always. Beep, 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 beep. Yo, this Ichigo is goated for Guild Quest. I used him as a test because I have the Byakuya purple 205. I said, who's stronger, this Ichigo or the Byakuya? And so I used him way faster than with my Byakuya. And he's only 1 of 5. Exact same stuff. 12 SP and then 22s for my Byakuya. And he has 12 focus. He's 2 of 5. This 1 of 5 Ichigo cleared faster than my 2 of 5 Byakuya. I said, oh my gosh. This dude is freaking powerful. So imagine if you have him at 2 of 5 or even 5 of 5. Oh, that Guild Quest, no joke. You defeat it easily. Yo, welcome back. Yes, I'm not lying to you. My 1 of 5 Ichigo beat this Guild Quest faster than my 2 of 5 Goat Byakuya. Where's he at? He's right here. Right here. Bam. And this one. My flex team. Yeah, see? Byakuya renewed is... I don't have a renewed Byakuya.
Nope.
I don't have him. I'm talking about this one. This one. For Guild Quest specifically. This one. This Ichigo beats this Byakuya in Guild Quest. What I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Not renewed. Not renewed.
Nope.
I don't have that Byakuya either, so I can't even make a comparison. We can just probably look at the stats and determine that way, but I don't really care about that.
Nope.
That's not my area of interest or expertise. I want to enjoy the characters, and I want to get my favorite characters too. I just want to have fun. That's it. Boom. We about to have a new flex team come Thursday. How many orbs you got? You ready? You ready, homeboy? We go into at least 5 steps. Then we'll reevaluate. See if we need to go down to 0. No, we can't. Because Beach Babe Burn the Witch is coming. So we still have to save our orbs. So probably only 5 steps. We'll see though. Don't quote me on that. We'll see. I still have many more orbs to collect as well. So I'm not really stressing about it. Hopefully I get Renji or Jushiro or Uryu At least one of the new banner characters from the main pool. And or new characters. Because there's six new characters I could get. Secondary acceptance would be preferred dupes. Like that Byakuya or the Bambi. Caleb, hello. Are you listening, Caleb? Hint, hint. You're going until you get 5 of 5 Ichigo. Oh, that's right. He's in the pool. You got him 3 of 5. You don't have any special move sources you want to use on him, or do you want to use just characters, dupes? Yeah, having him more powerful. He's a great link as well. So having him 5 of 5 would be best. Yep. Oh, another dupe of him would be great for Guild Quest. Yeah. And he's an excellent side unit too in Guild Quest. So as long as I get some of these characters, this Uryu's last though. I really don't want him. He's really not all that all desirable to me.
Nope.
Everyone else though, yes, they are. Which I'm probably gonna end up getting this Uryu watch. I'm telling you, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be like, what? Let's see what he's at. Let's check that Uryu. I think he's 4 of 5. Green human. He's 5 of 5 already. I'm not even gonna use any freaking transcendence points.
Nope.
Because I'm probably gonna get him when I summon. So I'm gonna get a 3-star effect anyways. I'm not gonna waste any transcendence points. Nah, man. We'll call it a day there, man. I can already predict how things are gonna go, man. Oh, you want the homie? What's his name? I'm forgetting. I'm blanking out here. They need to put the album and the inventory out here. What's the homie's name, man? I'm forgetting. Robert! That's his name. Robert Accutron. The homie. He's got the glizzy out, the deagle. Nah, it's a glizzy. Damn. The fastest Quincy. Yeah, he's in that 35. He's a really cool character. He does a lot of DPS too. He's got Ewok's taxes in that briefcase. Shout out to Cowman. It'd be cooler if he was dual wielding. That'd be cool. Robert Accutron is the homie. Yeah, he's cool. Pretty cool character. Here he is. I don't have him yet, damn it. Oh, he's a Stern Ritter Killer Plus. He will. You don't even use him for Human Killer week at all. Damn, Byakuya. I never got him though. He's an anniversary character though, so he's in the premium pool. I'll get him eventually. Probably I can use some 4-star tickets after my summoning. We'll see how it goes. Oh, he's goated with that beard. Who, Robert? He's got the mustache. And that's it for me. All I got. Oh my gosh, 50-11 hours. We've been live for 40-11 years.
Nope.
That'll be it for me. It's time to start grinding for some spirit orbs, everybody. If you're not prepared, you need at least 1,100 orbs to get to step 5 for the guaranteed 5-star. Not guaranteed a character or pool. It could be any 5-star, you know? Damn, this Ichigo still so cool. Looks freaking badass. Yeah. Start getting ready. Start preparing, everybody. Good luck on your summons on Thursday. I will catch you on Thursday with some BBS. Tomorrow, we got Open Beta 15 being released on Smite 2. Ho Yi is coming finally. The homie Ho Yi is here. We're about to have a lot of fun. New items, new gods, new changes to healing. We'll see how they turn out live tomorrow. I will catch y'all tomorrow, everybody. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification on YouTube so you don't miss another video, stream, or a short. Follow me on Twitch as well. We can chat over there. You can listen to what I am jamming out at the same time as me. Don't forget to exercise either. Drink plenty of water, stay healthy, eat nutritious food, and get plenty of rest and sleep, and hit your cardio. Until tomorrow, brothers, we are out of here. Peace. Later, homeboy. Catch you Thursday. Peace out, guys.